baby. Oh, yes, we are live. We are back. It is Friday night. We are in the building. We got people in the chat. And you all are ready to rock and roll with your boy on another edition of Friday Night Vyp, baby. Hello, hello. Good evening to you all. I appreciate you guys coming out, joining me for another live stream. I feel like I don't live stream enough on the channel anymore, but I'm so busy putting out content on the main channel that I kind of, I don't know. But although I do have a, oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, but I do have a podcast being scheduled on Sunday. So I'll let you guys know about that here in a few minutes. But yeah, I stay busy, man. I stay busy, but I have not forgot about you guys. I will be here every Friday night. And yeah, whatever else happens throughout the week, I'll tell you guys and let you guys know. But yeah, time to go to work. It's Friday night. Y'all know what it is. You know where you're at. So let's get into the introduction and see where this live stream takes us. So, current time is 6:32 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Yes. Woo! Woohoo! Yeah. So, for my Friday Night Vyp veterans, you know what's about to happen next. But for you new people, and there's a few new people that might show up tonight, this is the next part that you're going to listen to very, very closely. You want to listen to the next part very, very closely if you're new. So, if you are new here, this is the part of the live stream where I'm going to need you to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I cannot be held liable of what your neighbors think about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. That's on you, not on me. That's on you, not on me. Now that we got the disclaimer out of the way, and I have warned everybody in the building to turn your volume down. I have warned you. Don't blame me. You've been warned. We're about to go to work. Yes. We're going to work, baby. We're going to work. This should be a fun one. This should be fun. This should be fun. So let me get ready. You ready to rock and roll? All right. Woo, okay. All right, Viper. Go to work, baby. Let's go to work. All right. The last time I'm going to warn y'all. Turn your volume down now. This is it. You will get no more warnings. You will get no more warnings. So here we go. Oh, I love Fridays. I love Fridays. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live. Welcome to Friday Night Vyp, baby. Woo! Oh, yes! It is that day again! We are back! We are live on YouTube! Woo! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, that felt good. That felt good. Now, before I get started with tonight's festivities, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. First on the list is Alan I4. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Jeff Hale. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, baby? My man Digital Slang is here. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Max Balder. What's up, Max? How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got Intimate in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing? The Snowman Cannon's here. What's up, bro? How you doing? My homie from the UK, Marvin Wallace. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Io and Gino in here. What's up, bro? How you doing? And Brett Shetty is here. What's up, Brett? How you doing? And I saw my man Ace. Let me go back up so I can tag him up. We got Ace Rock Cola. What's up, bro? How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got Joseph Hardison here too. What's up, bro? How you doing? And Shannon Vlogs is here. Hey, Shannon, how you doing? And we got Orlando Theme Park 360. What's up, bro? How you doing? And we got, whoa. How do I pronounce it? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to butcher this, but we got Technology up in here. What's up, Technology? How you doing? I think I got that right. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too bad, but I appreciate you hanging out. We got the Bionic Goop. What's up, bro? How you doing? Who else we got? Let me keep going. Oh, we got Cheyenne Adim. What's up, Cheyenne? How you doing, man? How you doing? Oh, my head of security is here. El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? And we got My Trek Review. What's up, bro? How you doing? Wisdom Empire is here. What's up, man? How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got Jay Stan in the building. What's up, Jay Stan? How you doing? And I think that is it. That is all. Well, no. We got the Apple Jockey, Alex Jackson. What's up, bro? How you doing? And we also have Tish from the Artist Haven. Hey, Tish, how you doing? And Mike McCain. I never knew how to pronounce that until we got in the Clubhouse, but we got Mike McCain in there. What's up, Mike? How you doing, baby? How you doing? So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I appreciate all 34 of you all. Also, shout out to my Lurk Squad. I know there's a few of you out there lurking like every week. I appreciate y'all being part of the Lurk Squad. Thank you for hanging out with your boy Viper on another edition of Friday Night Vyp. So listen, man. I don't know how long we're going to be here tonight, but I just want to talk to y'all about life and how you go about throughout your life. To me, it's real simple. Life is literally what you make it. We got incomers. We got Tech Loving Mama. Hey, Tech Mama, how you doing? We got people still filing into the show. That's okay. We all good. But life is literally what you make it. So, as most of you all know, I've been spending a lot of time in this new app called Clubhouse lately. And for those of y'all that are not familiar with what Clubhouse is, it's a new social networking, a new social media platform or whatever you want to call it. It's audio only. It's almost like it's kind of like Twitter, but audio, but it's not like Twitter. I don't know how many of you guys have ever been to like a conference or like a Vid Summit or a VidCon or something like that. But Clubhouse is like literally a digital conference, and you could go into a bunch of different rooms. It's audio only. You can get so much information out of Clubhouse. It's just crazy. The value proposition of Clubhouse is off the charts. In the week or so that I've been on the app, it's already changed my life, which is kind of crazy, but I have made so many connections in my first week on that app, and I'm blown away. But you got people on Twitter and things like that hating about Clubhouse. They ain't never been into Clubhouse. They have never tried the app, or either they tried the app and they only gave it like 5 minutes of their time, and they're hating, talking about how bad it is, how it's not for them, this, that, and the other. You can't make that determination unless you actually use the app and give it a chance. But it's not just with Clubhouse. This happens with a lot of things in life. And I myself also, I'm guilty of doing some of this in the past too. I remember most famously when the iPhone 11 was coming out. I think the summer before the iPhone 11 dropped, I made a video telling you guys that you should not get the iPhone 11 based on the leaks and rumors that were out at that time. But I ended up getting the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and it completely changed my perspective on that device because I actually had it in my hand and I got to use it, and I realized that, damn, this phone is a lot better than I initially gave it credit for before I even used it. So a lot of people, they like to judge things, they like to critique things without actually experiencing the thing that they're judging or critiquing. It's kind of crazy. But the other end of that is, like I said, like the title states, life is literally what you make it. So some people are actually using Clubhouse, and like I said, they're talking about how it's not for them, how they're ending up in bad rooms and things like that. And my response is, Clubhouse, like everything else in life, is literally what you make it. If you follow quality people, you will probably end up in quality situations on Clubhouse. If you follow garbage people, you will see garbage on your Clubhouse feed. It's the same with Clubhouse. It's the same with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. No matter what social network you happen to use, if you follow the right people, you will probably get a positive experience from that network. If you follow the wrong group of people, you will probably not have the best experience on that social media app. Again, life is what you make it. You can choose to wallow in your current situation. If it's not the ideal situation that you want to be in, you could choose to wallow in it, or you could choose to do something about it. That is what I'm here tonight to relay to you all. If you are not happy in your current state in life, if you feel like you haven't gotten to where you want to be, or somebody's doing better than you, and you think you should be doing better than them, that ain't on nobody but you. You got to get up and be the change that you seek out here. You got to put in the work. Ain't nobody giving you a damn thing in life. You got to get up here. You got to get up off your behind and put in the work. because nothing is going to be handed to you in life. There's nobody giving you any participation trophies. I know we love participation trophies because we gotten kind of soft as a society. And not soft. We gotten soft as a society. But life does not give out participation trophies. If you don't get up and work for it, you're going to be sitting on a bench where everybody you're going to be sitting on the bench while everybody passes you by because you chose not to take action. That is your fault. That is nobody's fault but your own. You shouldn't be blaming anybody for your inadequacies if you choose not to address your inadequacies, because no matter where you are in life, you can make the decision to improve your situation and get to where you want to be. You know what? I made a goal last year on YouTube to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I failed miserably. I ended the year with less than 5,000 subscribers last year, and that was well short of my 100,000 goal. But you know what? That was my fault because I set a plan to try to achieve that goal in 2020, and I did not follow my own plan. So instead of wallowing in my own self-doubt and failure, I am grinding twice as hard this year. I am putting out 3 videos every single week this year as long as I can help it, and I've already done it because I already got my 3rd video this week done. So once I upload that tomorrow morning, I will have met my goal for the first 2 weeks of the year, and I am not stopping for nobody. That is the decision I made because I failed last year, so I'm about to not fail this year, and I'm going to put in the work to make sure that I don't fail this year. Now, my goals this year are a little different from last year, but the main thing is that I want to upload 3 videos every single week this year. And I'll be damned if anything or anybody is going to stop me from doing that. There is no excuses for me. There is no failure. It's either do it or don't do it. And your boy Viper is going to do it because your boy Viper is about that action, boss. And shout out to Liz. Oh, Liz is amazing. Thank you, Liz, for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. Liz is somebody I actually met in Clubhouse, believe it or not. So I appreciate Liz hanging out with your boy on Friday night. Thank you, Liz. You are such a sweetheart. Appreciate you. But it is all about you and the decisions that you make. Do you want to better your life? Do you have the fortitude? Do you have the motivation? Do you have the gall to actually get off your behind and improve your situation? Do you really think Marquez Brownlee got to 12 or almost 14 million subscribers now on YouTube just because he laid there? Hell no. Marquez Brownlee didn't get to 14 million by laying there. Marquez Brownlee got to 14 million by never stop grinding. The boy grinds and 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 grinds. Let's talk about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was on Clubhouse the other day too. And Mr. Beast literally said he works every day of his life. No, he said he works every hour of every day of his life. He is working. You know why? Because he wants to be the best creator that he can be. You don't get to 50 million subscribers on YouTube by being lazy. It doesn't work that way. That requires an enormous amount of work that Mr. Beast is putting in and day out. This dude spends hours on thumbnails. Are you kidding me, bruh? This dude spends hours on thumbnails. Your boy Viper may feel like half an hour if I'm feeling good about myself. But this dude beast mode 3 hours plus on a thumbnail. And people are wondering why they can't be Mr. Beast. You can't be Mr. Beast because you're not willing to put in the work to be Mr. Beast. There is nothing stopping you from doing what you want to do. All you gotta do is set out a goal and then figure out a plan to accomplish your goal. Again, I said for myself this year, I want to upload 3 videos a week. Every Monday, every Wednesday, every Saturday, I want to have a video on the main channel for you guys to consume. That is the plan. And so far this year, I have been successful because I set out a goal to make that happen. I actually put reminders in my iOS, my iPhone, to annoy the hell out of me until I get whatever I want to get done. Because I don't know how many of you all have iPhones. I'm assuming most of y'all, because most of y'all are Apple people, because you're my people. But if you ever made an iOS reminder, you know how annoying it is when you don't check it off. It will literally annoy the hell out of you unless you check it complete. So I made reminders in my iPhone for times that I want to upload videos to make sure that I don't forget or I don't get lazy. Because iOS reminders are the single most annoying thing of all time. But boy, they will get you motivated to get that thing done because you will get tired of being annoyed by that reminder. So, what have we learned in the first 10 minutes of me ranting and raving on this live stream? If you want to be successful in life, you got to go get it. Again, ain't nobody handing nothing to y'all, okay? You don't get to 5,000 subscribers like Viper by being lazy. You don't get to damn near 50,000 subscribers like El Jefe by being lazy. You don't get to 1,000 subscribers like Liz by being lazy. We all put in the work. You don't get to start your own blog like Shannon out there unless you put in the work. It is literally work. There's no such thing as an overnight sensation. Yes, some people get lucky and they go viral, but that is like a unicorn. That does not happen to most people. Going viral is like winning the lottery, okay? Going viral is like winning the lottery. It's probably not going to happen to you. Yes, there's a possibility, but it's probably not going to happen to you. So if you want to get to where you want to be in life, if you want to achieve something in life, you got to go out and earn it. You got to go out and work for it. Because I will tell you this, nothing worth having in life is easy to attain. If it was, then we will all have it. But life doesn't work that way because you got to go out there and work for what you want. That is how life works. So again, the title of the live stream, life is literally what you make it, okay? John Prosser went from a typical tech content creator to one of the world's most foremost Apple leakers because he was willing to put in the work to make sure that his information that he got was credible and that the leak that he put out there actually happened, because you just can't be a leaker. The things that you're leaking actually have to take place for people to take you seriously, which means you have to make sure that the information is credible. And John Prosser has worked overtime to make sure that the leaked information that he gets is credible before he puts it out there for the world to see. That is work. That is grind. Okay. That is how this thing is done. The homie Travis MCP is going to hit 100K this year, but before he hits 100K, he made a pact to himself that unless he hit 10,000 subscribers in 1 year, he was going to quit YouTube. In his first year, he wanted to hit 10,000, and he made a pact with himself. Travis, you're going to hit 10K, otherwise you're done. You're quitting. Hang him up. What did Travis do? He went out there, and I think he hit like 20 or 30K before the year was over with, and he's still here because Travis put in the work, okay? This stuff is not easy. Nothing in life worth having is easy. So again, if you want to get to where you want to be in life, if you want to get to the next level, you got to go for it. And also, you got to go outside your comfort zone because nothing grows inside your comfort zone. I repeat, nothing grows inside of your comfort zone because it's a comfort zone. That means you don't take risks. It inherently limits you because you are too comfortable. You're too complacent. You don't grow being complacent. You don't grow being comfortable. You got to go outside of your comfort zone. You got to try new things. You got to experience new things. You got to take risks. That is how you grow. That is how you get better. That is how you get to where you've never been before, because to get to where you've never been before, you got to do things that you've never done before. Is any of this making sense? I mean, I hope it's making sense. It makes sense in my head. Hopefully y'all are picking up what I'm putting down out here, because this needs to make sense, because I need you all to go out here and win. I surround myself with winners, okay? I don't surround myself with people that crying and complaining about this, that, and the other. I surround myself with winners. Vyp Nation, my team is a bunch of winners because I want to be motivated by people who are going out here and getting it done like I am, who are putting in the work. That's why El Jefe Reviews is always here. That's why my man Zach Talk Tech is always here. That's why all my other dudes and girls are always here, because we are winners. We go out there and we win. We have a mindset to win. It is a mindset. It's up here. That's all it is. It begins and ends up here. If you have the mindset to go win, there's nothing stopping you from going to win. I remember when I was growing up, I was always afraid to shoot my shot with the girls. I was like scared of rejection and things like that when I was in high school and things like that. And then when my mother died 3 years ago, like something like clicked, man. The light switch just went off in my head. I said to myself, "Yo, Viper, dude, you wasted a lot of time, bro. You wasted half of your life like just fearing the unknown, and you just limited yourself." So when my mother died, I made the decision to become a content creator, and whatever fears and of rejection and things that I had just completely left out the window. Now I don't even care. Now I put myself out there because I know that no matter what happens, I will be okay, which oddly enough is the very definition of confidence. The definition of confidence is knowing that no matter the outcome, you will be all right. And again, that all goes back to mindset. Shout out to my man Travis MCP, who happens to be in the building. I don't know if he heard me talking about him, but yeah, Travis, I'm talking about you, but appreciate you showing up, bro. But yeah, mindset, baby. Mindset. Again, Travis had a mindset that he was going to hit 10K in his first year and nothing was going to stop him. And it didn't. And he hit it because he had the mindset to go out there and get that done. El Jefe growing like wildfire because he won't stop. I'll be like, El Jefe, can you come join me on a chat? El Jefe's like, no, Vyper, I'm working on a video. Calm down. I'm like, damn, Jefe, damn. I respect that, though. I respect that. When I'll be like, Jefe, can you come join me? Jefe's like, I'm working on a video, bruh. I'm like, cool, dude. I'm not messing with that. I respect that because El Jefe is working out here. He is grinding. Who am I to stop and grind? And he knows better. I'm not going to stop and grind. If El Jefe working on the video, the conversation. If El Jefe be like, Vyper, I'm working on the video, the conversation's over. I'm done. It's over. The conversation ends right there because I know what the hell is going on. I know what time it is, okay? When El Jefe says, Vyper, I'm working on the video, it's over with. It's done. We're not talking about this, okay? Because I respect El Jefe because that dude is a beast. That is why he is my head of security, because he's a beast and he stays winning. And you know what? I'm cool with this. Travis wants to come in here and join me. I got you, Travis. Give me a minute to get to my Twitter, and I will definitely DM you the link. We can have a conversation about this because I would love for her. I would love for Travis to come up in here because Travis is doing it. Like I said, I surround myself with winners, and Travis is winning, bro. So let's have Travis come in here and give his perspective because Travis is out here winning, bro. Check your Twitter DM, Travis. The link is there for you, bro. But definitely, Travis is out here getting it done. Those 9 gentlemen I had here last week as new and up and coming tech creators, I chose them because I saw grind in them. I saw winners. They are all winning because they consistently upload content. They are very good and they have a good head on their shoulders, which is why I allowed them on my platform because, again, I surround myself with winners. If you're not winning, if you don't have a winning mindset, I don't really want to have anything to do with you because I'm not going to let you bring me down because your boy Vyper's going to the top. Okay. I got a one-way ticket to go up. Okay. I'm not trying to be dragged down or held down by nobody. I ain't got time for that. My life is pretty much over with. I'm 40 years old. I do not have time to be worried about people that think they can't make it or think they can't get it done. I'm done. I passed that point. I am done doubting. My doubting phase is done. I'm in a doing phase, okay? Your boy Vyper's out here getting it done, okay? That is my mindset. I'm out here trying to get it done. Whatever it is, that even if I fail, then I'll figure out why I failed and I'll readjust and come back harder the next time. Like last year. I failed at my goal last year. I'm coming back 10 times harder this year because I am on a mission. I will not be stopped. You won't be able to stop Vyper until you put Vyper in the damn grave. Put me in the grave if you want to stop me. Other than that, get the hell out of my damn way. Because I'm going places, baby. I'm going to the top. And I want y'all to have that same mindset. Go to the top. Don't let nothing stop you in life. Life is too short. We only get one life. Live your best life. Go out here and go for what you want. Go earn it. Go take it. Do what you need to do with it. Because, again, we only get one life. And it is crazy that people are like just coming up with all types of excuses for why they can't get to where they want to be in life. And it's just like, no, man. Nope. No. Liz, if you tell me that you're 40-something, I'm carding you, Liz. I'm carding you if you tell me you're 40-something. I don't believe you, Liz. We don't believe you. You need more people. I'm saying, bro. I'm saying. I don't believe you, Liz. I don't believe you. But seriously, I think it's gonna get real when Travis gets in here, bro. It's gonna get real out here, bro. Because it's enough for me to say it. But if you hear from somebody who's actually doing it as well, Travis, I mean, it's gonna get real in here. If any of my other creative friends want to come in here tonight, let me know, man. We can get you all the link, bro. We can have a real conversation about life because damn the technology. Because I don't really want to talk about that Samsung event because they weren't really doing nothing too hot anyway. I mean, we already knew all that stuff was coming. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the phones look nice. I'm not too excited about them, so I'm not going to talk too much about the S21 tonight. So if you came here for an S21 conversation, you're probably not going to get it tonight. But let me bring in the B-roll, another winner, a guy who is getting it done week in and week out, Travis MCP. What's up, bro?
What is going down?
Man, you know what's going down, man. We out here winning.
I'm out here grinding it again. I did catch a little bit of what you were just saying, and I was like, oh, hold on. I got Viper's on it. Let me see if I can jump in this because this is the mix right here.
Yes, sir.
This is the mix. I do want to say something about, because I know you're not the type of guy to really pump yourself up, but let me, as someone who has not only seen and kind of watched part of your journey close, because we've been close for a while now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
We started the same month. I mean, basically, we started the same month, but you have so many more videos than me. It's not even funny because you've done that video every day on more than one occasion, and I don't know how you did it and kept any kind of sanity. But let's be real about something, because I talked to channels of all sizes, literally all sizes, and I will say this definitively: take this to the bank. There is no creator that I've seen in any niche on any platform with your subscriber size, which I know you wish was more. We all wish, right? That has 1/10 of the influence of you. Like, you are what an influencer is. And what I mean by that is, because, some of us go, oh, influence, such a dirty word. But let's be honest. Number one, how many times have you been told that because of you, someone has bought something or tried something? I mean, I see it on Twitter and I don't get all your messages. I just see people like, man, I got that Starbucks, son. That was pretty good. I got to tell you. Or I got them headphones, son. MKBHD, right. Getting these headphones. You are the legitimate influencer. Not only that, so many people know who you are, which is it's got to blow your mind at some point. Like, it's got to be like,
it really fun too.
Like, so many people, and not only that, like influential people you've been watching for years know who you are. And now that like Clubhouse is becoming a thing, like, you're that guy now. Like, people are like, oh, hey, Viper's all on Clubhouse. You know something about Clubhouse, you go to Viper, right? So you are the epitome of the grind in so many ways. I've never really seen you get down about it. I'm sure that we're all human, right? So you probably have had moments where you're like, man, this is rough, but you don't really ever show that. So you're constantly like this positive kind of, grind, push, see what you can do. And I'm telling you right now, man, there are people who have more subscribers and more views and have no influence, none. And you can move mountains. So I'm just saying, bro, hats off to you. Like, you've done things in the time that you've been on that are mountain moving things legitimately. So there you go.
Man, I appreciate you. It's funny that you say that about Clubhouse, because I've only been on the app a week and I've amassed a large following in the first week I've been on the platform. But I am surprised by, like you said, by the people who actually know who I am and that I even exist. I'm like, what? You know me? You watch what? How did that? Yeah, craziness, bro, craziness.
Yeah, man, and that's because you put yourself out there unabashedly, not being afraid to do it. A lot of people are afraid. I'm not always trying to put myself out there either. I try not to do that, but. Yeah, I mean, you have never shied away from it. You don't let anyone try to stop you by telling you can't do something. And because of that, you have done things that a lot of people wish they could have done. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, you look at the podcast and see the names you've had on your podcast. It's mind melting. It really is. And forget about the podcast. Like, that in and of itself is huge, but in the live stream before that. So, like, everything you've done has been really inspiring. And I know that there's got to be creators out there that have maybe started after watching some of your live streams and like, man, I want to be like Viper. I want to be able to do this. And, I gotta tell you, man, it's really great to see that and to see your grind and to never be like dissuaded. There's been times where I'm like, I don't know, Viper, I don't know, man. And you've done it. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm just not going to question you no more. I'm not going to question Viper, because if he says he's going to do it, all right, fine, it's done. Whatever, it's done. So I don't question you anymore at all.
Yo, shout out to Alan for the super chat. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. So it's funny that you bring up the thing about people who are starting live streaming or channel because of me. I have noticed more than like the last 4 or 5 months than ever that teenagers and young people watch my content. And it's crazy to me because they weren't there before, at least not to my knowledge. But now I got babies watching me on YouTube, and I'm just like, where did you come from? Like, oh, wow. It's almost like humbling because young people are so impressionable, and like, I want to make sure that I am being the best person possible. If they're watching me, I want to make sure they're watching a positive person out here. I'm not trying to like curse too much and do all that crazy stuff, especially if I have like 14, 15-year-olds, 12-year-olds watching me, man. It's crazy because, when we do tech content. So thinking about the content that we do, Travis, it really didn't shine on me that young people would be watching my content or your content, but young people watch it, and it kind of shocked me, but it's true.
Yeah, we don't think it's funny because I'm always shocked when someone says they know who I am or watch my content because, you know, just as you know, we turn on the camera, we're looking at a camera and we don't really think about the impact of actual people on the other side of it. You know, we'll see the comments and we'll see the likes, whatever, and that's cool. But it's in some way it's kind of disconnected until you either meet someone in person or talk to them on like Clubhouse. I heard a couple people, I know like one or two people on the Clubhouse thing you're on, like, oh yeah, Vyper, I saw your video on emojis and stuff. I'm like, all right, go ahead, you know. And it's like, that's when the impact happens. That's when you're like, oh, so it is my impact is happening, because you forget sometimes. It's easy to forget. It's like, okay, what's the next video? What's this next edit? What's this, you know, what do I got to do next? If you stop for a second and take a look around and you see, whoa, I've actually moved some mountains here. It's actually pretty compelling stuff.
No doubt. Also, shout out to Brett for the super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Also, shout out to Shannon for the super chat. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all hanging out. But enough about me. I want to talk about you because, again, before you got up here, I was telling them about how you went from 0 to 10,000. You made that bet with yourself.
Yeah.
So talk to the people about what was going through your mind when you set out to go from 0 to 10,000 on YouTube in a year.
Well, knowing what I know now, it was a dumb thing to do. I guess it was dumb and not dumb. So for me, it was only going to be worth the time if I could do it. Yeah, let me just rewind. So here's what happened. I was watching a lot of, at some point I started watching more YouTube than I was watching regular television. And one of the people that I was watching a lot of was the Everyday Dad, Gary. So I'm really happy to say he's like a friend now. So that's super dope that someone I used to just watch is now I consider a friend. But what happened was I was watching one of his videos, and I think it was in January or something. And he had celebrated getting 10,000 subscribers. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he goes, because I was convinced all the way up into that video that it was literally impossible to grow like any kind of YouTube channel in any significant way. I'm like, the only people who have big YouTube channels are big YouTubers. It's too late, right? And he goes, yeah, I did it in a year. And I remember going, what? Like, that's possible? You know, I had podcasts and stuff in the past, and I had been considering doing YouTube, but I had kind of given up on it when I just thought there's no way it happened. So when he said that, I was like, holy crap. So I actually left a comment. I put this in my video a couple years ago when I did my 10,000 subscriber video. I left a comment. I'm like, I'm going to go for this because you were able to do it. And if I make it, I'm gonna come back and thank you. And to this day, it gets me that I was able to actually thank him like in the video. And yeah, and I ended up getting the 20,000, but I'll tell you, it is very difficult to do. And I was good, but I was lucky too, because you can be super good and not get anything. You can be moving mountains like you and not get 20,000 subscribers. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, had I known, but the reason I did it was not only just to motivate myself and to keep myself honest, because I made a lot of sacrifices that year. I would call in the sick work. I mean, like, I wouldn't go to work sometimes. I mean, like, I was grinding. I'll give you an example. When the GoPro 8 came out, that thing came out. They announced it in the morning. I woke up in the morning, like, this GoPro came out, and no one had a video on it because no one knew it was coming out. It just one day showed up, and it was in stores. So I called in sick that morning, went to Fry's, and before noon had a video up on it. Because I knew that was I had like 300 subscribers. I'm like, this is the best way for me to get like 14,000 views in like 24, 48 hours. And you know, for a channel that size, that's like, oh my God, I did it, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, I would, and I did something like that all the time. I was like, I got to grind. I'd be at work. Every clear minute I had watching a Roberta Blake video, watching Nick Nimmin video, like trying to understand everything. Like, I spent hours per day for months straight, no BS, no going out on weekends, no hanging out with friends, straight trying to learn this game, trying to get into it. And then, so that's how I got through it. I sacrificed a lot that first year. But it's not something I would ever recommend to anybody. It was rough.
Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper though. But so you made the pack,
yeah.
And you said you were doing everything you can. You even called in work. You called in sick to like do what you had to do. What kept you going to get to 10,000? Because like you said, I'm pretty sure you had some rough patches along the way, but you kept going. So what kept you going?
Well, so the thing was, I know that whenever I research something, I will get kind of intense about it. And I also knew that I didn't want to just do this in front of nobody. If I was going to do it, I wanted to have like some type of audience, and 10,000 felt like a metric that like I would feel comfortable with. And the fact that Gary was able to do it, I'm like, so that it is possible if I put out the right stuff. So there was that, right? And I figured if it was anything below that, and it took me a year and I couldn't do it, of course, now knowing what I know now, I was wrong. Getting 10,000 in a year is just not easy. So, but I thought, hey, if it's possible, then I feel good about that, then I'm fine. I felt like had I not been able to do that, I would be like I was failing in some way. So that kind of fear of failure kept pushing me. Now, again, I was ignorant to the realities of channel growth in YouTube. Now I know, like I know that the vast majority of channels never get to 500 subscribers, let alone 5,000. Right? It just doesn't happen. And that fear of failure and spending a year for something that I was just going to give up afterwards, like I don't want to spend all that time doing nothing. Like that would be to spend all that time investing and then have nothing to show for it at the end. I didn't want that. So that kept me going, looking for what the next trend was, trying to get the next thing going, trying to do this, trying to do that. And then it started to kind of snowball. And then the first year was good. The first year actually was, in some ways I would say it was more successful than, the last couple of years in some ways. So I'm proud of that year, what I was able to do. And it was a grind, man. It really was a grind.
So you grinded. Let me rewind.
Yeah.
You set the pack. You're like, Travis, I'm gonna get to 10,000 or I'm done. So you went out there, you charted a course.
Mm-hmm. You
hit the 10K. You hit 20K in the year, which you doubled what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, when you made that 10,000 subscriber video, looking back on everything that you accomplished for that first year, how did that make you feel knowing that you set that goal and you hit it?
I'm actually really glad you asked this because there's something I've never really told anybody about that. Two things. One, this thing, because we used to be in a Discord and stuff together with some other creators. And I kept telling everyone it's all about this 10,000 subscribers. But I never told anyone why. I never told them like, hey, 10,000 because I'm going to quit otherwise. Because I knew everyone would be like, no, don't do that. Like, that's why I never told you guys. But I remember distinctly the day that I was hitting that 10,000 because I wanted to shoot that video at the beginning with the joke of like that I went to the bathroom and missed it hitting 10,000, right? And this was back when Social Blade would do your live subscriber feed. So I put the camera up when it was within like 10. And I didn't really go anywhere. I had to shoot it in a way that made it look like I was getting set up and went to the bathroom. It's kind of a funny little thing. But I was literally off camera. I got to find this raw footage. But what's really interesting is the moment it went to 10,000, you can hear me audibly gasp. And I remember like kind of falling to my knees, like this weight of everything had literally in 1 second just gone away. I got to find that footage because I actually remember that being like, oh, so yeah, I don't think I've ever really mentioned that before. And I got kind of emotional for a couple of minutes. It took me a minute or two before I came back on the camera to do anything. I literally was trying to breathe and just trying to, and that sounds silly to someone who's not a creator, but listen, man, when you put so much time in it, you put so much time into this, like every milestone you hit, I know you feel good about. I know you not only do you feel good about it, you earn that. Like no one can take any of this away from Vyp because he had to scratch and claw his way. And that's what I felt. I'm like, I earned this. I worked hard for it. So it's the same thing, man. The same thing when you get there, I know you're going to be like, I know it's going to be party time. I know it's going to be party time.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. Man. So I'm glad you came over here to tell your story, man, because again, it's one thing to hear from me about living your best life. It's another thing to hear from you, somebody who actually set the goal, went out there and actually did the damn thing. So again, congrats to you, man, because it takes a lot to set that goal. That's a lofty goal, especially as a first year creator. You set that lofty goal and you went out there and you executed and you got it done.
Yeah, I'm not positive I could do it again. That's what's funny. I know more now about YouTube than I ever have, and I'm still not sure if I could do that again. If I did a completely separate channel with no shout outs for myself or anything, I'm not 100% sure if I could. I might, but I don't know. It's rough.
All right, so I think you just alluded to shout outs and things like that. So let's talk about that real quick. So I think Simply Pop just hit 100K on YouTube. So shout out to Simply Pop. I don't know if he's listening, but awesome creator.
Yep.
And he was talking about on Twitter about how I think he might have got a shout out or two or something like that. And he felt like it was maybe cheating. And I was like, dude, getting a shout out is not cheating if you didn't ask for anything like that. That means that somebody recognized the hard work that you did and they wanted to give you the credit that you deserve. That's not cheating. That's recognition for hard work.
Yeah.
What is your opinion, Travis, about getting shout out?
Yeah, so a couple things. Number one, I think I actually saw him say that in the video, and from what he said in the video, it was like a long time. It was like 20,000-30,000 subscribers ago, and I don't even think he got that many subscribers from it. So no, it meant nothing. However, both you and I know a little bit about like shout outs, so to speak, from Prosser on a couple of occasions. We've gotten that. Plus, we've had Awesome Creator, and we both know about that. But again, here's the thing. Shout outs are nice. There are very few shout outs that will actually, there's very few creators whose shout outs will do anything for you, because first they have to be so ingrained to that creator that they actually want to go see this other person. And second, so ironic considering my video tomorrow. Secondarily, they then have to care about that other creator. Like there needs to be a connection enough, a close enough connection that they go to this new creator and go, oh, actually, I kind of like this creator too. And not just because John told them to.
Right.
Like that's not going to be enough. Some people will hit subscribe just because John told them to, but they're not going to watch anything. So what was the point? In order to get someone who is moved over and stays, you've got to have something that's in sync with that. So, you know, I frequently, like sometimes I'll mention, I've put a couple of your clips in my videos before too. I know you've seen that. And I do it because I know that if people go over and see Vyper, there's a good chance they're going to stick around because of the type of content I'm making, maybe in that specific video, or something I just specifically said. I'm being kind of jokey or kind of intense or something. I'm like, that's when I'll do it. If I was doing some type of like super serious, just kind of boring, which I would never do, but let's just say I was doing something like that, I would not go, oh, and go check out my friend Vyper, because it wouldn't make any sense. The people watching that video would not be interested in your content. You need someone who's going to be up, hyped, wants to know the latest, wants to get it in their face. Like, you need that. So if I'm in that mindset and I'm doing that type of content, it makes perfect sense for me to go, and you need to get my boy Vyper involved because this is where it's at. You know what I mean? That's how you get that across. So yeah, I think shout outs are nice. It's validation, but it's no guarantee of anything.
No.
Mr. Beast can shout you out and it'll change your life. But the question is, for how long?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Glad you said that, because as you know, Travis, we've been on Clubhouse for a few days now, and a lot of creators are on Clubhouse talking about how they got how they went viral, but they feel kind of stuck because they went viral for a piece of content that they don't want to do long term.
Yep.
Like you said, you can get a shout out, but if it doesn't line up with what you want to do in the long term, then that shout out means nothing, and it kind of hurts you in a way sometimes.
I've worked with creators that have had that exact thing happen, and a lot of times what it is they trend to jump on something that's not in their niche, and then for whatever reason it did well, and the people who subscribe for that video are not interested in any other content. They were interested in the content they subscribed for. So that creator doesn't want to do that. I remember one lady was like, I hate that content. I wish I didn't do it. And I go, well, you got like 5,000 subscribers off of it. So I remove the video and start working your way out of the hole, because people are still coming in on that video. People are still seeing that content going, oh, this is funny or whatever. I'm sure they're going to show me more. And then they never do. You just don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard thing when you go viral. So for those of y'all out there who want to go viral, be careful what you wish for.
And by the way, you might not want to go viral. You might think you do.
Did you make this video?
No. Did I? No, I don't think so.
Like, somebody made a video saying about how you might not want to go viral. I thought it was you.
That sounds like Roberto Blake thing. That's what that's
maybe.
But I mean, think about it. So if you go like really viral, then, well, it's a little bit less now, a little bit different now with, you know, COVID and everything. But like, some people like their privacy. If you truly go viral, you ain't got no privacy no more, man. And everything you never wanted online that maybe you posted on Facebook 5 years ago because you weren't thinking about it, that drunk night or whatever. I'm telling you, man, you maybe don't want to go viral. You're not prepared. Not prepared. I don't think I'm prepared, and I'm probably more set up than most people. The word didn't want that, but I don't think I'm prepared.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing to get like world internet famous and have people like coming after you, coming for your neck. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would like to pop off a couple videos and get things going and stuff like that, so I can do more. I mean, that's different. I don't consider that going. And by the way, what is viral? It's interesting because I know I've heard a couple times, and not only things that I do on a daily basis, but also some of the calls. I remember this one girl said, "Oh yeah, I went viral twice," and I'm like, "Oh," she goes, "The first one's like 70,000 views." I'm like, I got something to tell you about viral. That's not viral. I mean, that's a good video, but that's not viral. Right. The next one was like 800,000, and that's really good, but I wouldn't call that viral either. So, like, what is viral to someone? I mean, I've had people say, "Oh, mine went viral, 15,000 views." I'm like, okay, no, that's a cold. That's not a virus. That's not a virus. That's a cold.
Yeah, but
I want COVID. I want to go COVID. Is what I want. I want my videos to go COVID.
No, you don't want to go COVID, bro.
That's all around the world. What are you talking about? But 300 billion? Yeah, why not?
But it's like you said though. I think people have different definitions of what it means to go viral.
Yes. Like
somebody can get 15,000, like, oh my God, I went viral. But that's viral to them. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not really viral. But yeah, I think viral is subjective. If we can say that, because again, it means different things to different people.
Yeah. You know what, Viper? I'm kind of surprised that you have. I mean, you do it in these live streams, but I'm kind of surprised. And I know that time is of the essence, and you don't have the time. But I'm kind of surprised you don't have like a motivational channel, because you totally could. And I suspect, and I will put this on this live stream, and I would put some money behind this. I suspect if you did it right, it would grow faster than your tech channel. I think you could outstrip your tech channel in 2 years. I think you could catch it and surpass it within 2 years.
You were probably right about that.
Just throwing that out there. And then you never know, if things stop burning on fire around the world, you can do some motivational speaking, man. There you go. Just they ship you around and do all that.
It's funny. We were just having a conversation though. I could do that, but that's not my passion. So I have no reason to do that. You know, if you think that's something, if you think you could do good, if you think you can do good at something, but it's not your passion, then don't do that.
That's true. Very true.
Don't do that.
Very true.
So Travis, you have been on Clubhouse for a few days now. I think you've probably been a week or so. I'm curious. I mean, people know I love Clubhouse. I'm like, Clubhouse is my jam. What are your thoughts about Clubhouse?
So I have mixed feelings about it. Like, it's a great platform, and there's a lot of great conversations going on. I've dipped in and out of a couple of like ones with like celebrities and some interesting things. I dipped out of one that was really getting kind of interesting. It was some guy who was mansplaining. It was a millionaire mansplaining.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I was in there for about 7 or 10 minutes, and I'm like, ooh, let me, okay, that was enough. I was like, oh, let me get out of there, because it was getting kind of rough. But I mean, it was good. It was good to give them that plan. There's like thousands of people in there listening to that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got random things like Mr. Beast dropping by and all. Listen, it's cool. It gives a lot of people a voice, and I'm totally with that. For me personally, like, I think what I need to do, I will admit, there's been multiple times I've been on it for a couple of hours. So it's weird, because I'll say, it's not really for me. But I can honestly say there's been a couple of times I've been on for a couple of hours straight, which is weird. It like, where does the time go? Mm-hmm. How did that happen? Why is my phone on my chest and I'm falling asleep? Like, how did that happen? How did Andrew Edwards, who has time for nothing, be on there for 10 hours straight? Right. Like, how is that a thing?
Right.
And there's something about it that is kind of compelling. So it's a great platform. I'm unsure if, like, the makers of this app, like, what's the next step? Did you never monetize it? Do you never allow people to monetize it? I mean, is it its own promotional vehicle? Is it for the people who are becoming influencers within it, like you and some other people? Like, what is there a verified check mark? Like, what are the next steps? I know that sounds silly, but it's the natural progression of social media stuff. And some people dig it because you don't have to be on camera, and they like that.
Oh yeah.
So personally, like, I think what I need to do is get out of all of the YouTube growth rooms, because that's what I do every single day, and it's kind of like, it's too much.
Right.
But the other rooms I've been in with other type of content, it's a really interesting platform. But here's the really weird question. When is it going to Android, and how will that change things? Because I suspect, and this is probably, I probably shouldn't say this, I suspect the tone will change once Android users get in there.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like bad, like you shouldn't match that with a phone as much as I talk about brand loyalty, but I also know, like Samsung Knights, I know what kind of people they are sometimes. And I'm just saying, if any Android phone, any phone in there for $200 or less can get up in some, it's going to be shenanigans. If you have to have an iPhone, you got to spend at least a little bit of money, at least $400. And I'm not trying to say money has anything to do with the quality of person. However, let's keep it a buck. There's some, I don't know, there's some stuff going on there. You get some $30 Android phones, get on Clubhouse. Now you're just doing drive-by cussings. I mean, what's going on?
I mean, that was kind of bad, Travis, but I get the point. But yeah, I think I'm a little afraid of that too. Because right now the app has it has kind of a quaint feel to it, because it is exclusive, it is iOS only. But when they do open it up to Android, and you know it's gonna happen, it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when.
Yeah.
That's going to change the entire landscape of the app. The vibe is going to change. And the question is, how is it going to change? And like you also just alluded to, they got to figure out a way to monetize. And I mean, you can't do what you're doing now. Although I think I heard something about Howie Mandel wanting to invest in it. So it had backing. But at some point, I'm guessing they're going to want to monetize it. I mean, and they could. You got like Gary Vee and Alexis Ohanian having conversations in there. And then you got politicians going in there having conversations. I'm like, there's no way that Clubhouse is not going to want to monetize those conversations. Like, I mean, at some point, they're going to have paid rooms. I mean, it's too easy.
It's going to be way different 7 months from now.
Yeah.
And I think what's going to happen. Oh, look, there's Jernzo. Of course you don't, Jernzo. I kind of don't either, but I do, but I don't. I think the thing is, it has the potential to be great. Also has the potential of being turned into something that it isn't now. People love it right now because of what it is right now. Yeah. It will not stay this way. It cannot. Right. It's not scalable. It's not. You can't grow like that. Yep. It's going to have to start to change into what people. So that people said the same thing about like YouTube. Like YouTube was great. You used to be able to do anything. Well, yeah, but now you can't because like copyright and all that stuff. But that's because it's a necessary evil. And the same things will apply to this platform as certain situations happen. Something bad will happen, and then they're going to have to start locking that down. And then something bad will happen over here, and then something they'll have to lock that down. And then someone's going to try to sue them about something, and they'll have to lock that down. And it's going to happen. It's going to change. The question is, in what ways?
It's the people effect. Twitch for the long time used to be the Wild Wild West, but the more and more people started using Twitch, the more the music industry caught on to it. And like, oh, wait, you using our stuff? Oh no. So now the RIAA is like suing Twitch or suing creators on Twitch for using music and things like that. So yeah, like I completely agree with you, Travis. The platform is going to change. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. But I'm gonna try to get in as much time as like.
Let's go. I mean, you're making some good friends over there, man. People following you. I see some of the people following you. I see you,
bro. I mean, I'm not gonna name drop, but yeah, I got some serious heavy hitters like paying attention to me over there. It's crazy.
It's good, man. It's good. You gonna get them on your podcast and stuff? Have you gotten to that point yet?
Okay, here's the other thing that I hate that's happening over there right now.
Okay.
You got entrepreneurs over there. You got CEOs over there. You got up and coming creators, up and coming artists, just up and coming entrepreneurs, things like that. Right now, a lot of them are trying to just go into these rooms and take. They're trying to throw pitches and things like that, and it drives me crazy. Clubhouse, the beautiful thing about Clubhouse is that it is a networking monster. But there is a art to networking. My mother used to tell me, they're like, there's an art to everything. And she was right. There's literally an art to everything. But there's an art to networking. And it's about building relationships. Like, yes, of course you wanna see if you can like get some type of advantage, or you wanna, because we always say it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And of course, Clubhouse, I mean, good Lord, you know the right people in Clubhouse, you can like, it'll change your life. But you have to like finesse that shit, you know? You got like try to build a relationship before you like throw your pitch. We got people coming to these rooms and they get on stage and they're like trying to pitch, they're telling their whole life stories. They're like, Bob, do this, not do that, and they're pitching. I'm like, damn, can you buy me dinner first? Can you warm up first? I had somebody hit me up on my Instagram DM. I had a lady hit me up my Instagram DMs, and she asked me, hi, how are you? And then the third thing was, well, I do this insider trading, blah 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 blah. Can I use some information? I'm like, not my thing. No, thank you. And then she blocked me. I'm like, oh yeah, well, yeah. Thank you for not wasting too much of my time. Like, damn. Like, can you
block somebody after they listen? Can you do this for me? Nope, block. Like, what is that? That's shenanigans.
Block me. I'm like, yeah, y'all. Like, some people just don't make no sense, man. So some people have the wrong intentions using that app, and they're not gonna get very far.
Yeah, and like there's an art, and hopefully some of them will learn, but it's just like anything else. Like new people are always going to be coming in, and that's a constant learning. That, I mean, just think about the rush of Android users that'll come in that have no idea about any of the etiquette at all, like zero, and how some of those rooms are just going to be absolute crap shows, like right off the bat. It's going to be interesting. I wonder if Clubhouse people if like the people who run it are now concerned about it, or if I'm sure they have plans. But I wonder if they're thinking it all the way through. It's just an interesting issue. I don't know.
Yeah. So the app is not that new. It's been around for over a year, I think, or about a year. But like you said, I don't know if they even anticipated how quickly it would catch on. Like it's catching on like wildfire now.
Yeah, the last couple of like weeks or months, whatever. Well, I don't know how big it's been. It's come into my sphere of influence the last like couple of weeks. I don't know if its growth has been in the last couple of weeks or months.
I think I saw something on Twitter about how they now have like a million users on there a week or a month or something like that. So yeah, it's growing. So, but yeah, like to your point, I don't know if the founders had any idea that it will blow up the way it's blowing up. And like you said, I don't know if they thought that far ahead about where to take it next, because there's a lot of possibilities, definitely. Yeah,
I'm interested. I'm gonna watch. Yeah, as far as like I'm in and out of there every so often. It's I like watching some of the stuff. The funny thing is, I can see that you have matured and grown as a kind of, I'm gonna call you leader on that app, because There was so I remember I was in some of your early ones, and then I was in one not too long ago where you were trying to get through questions and you were holding it down. You're like, okay, look, no, sorry, we gotta get to the next person. Like someone would try to come back in, like, no, I'm trying to get through these people. I'm like, all right, because it can turn into a free-for-all on there. And you really like kept it tight. I think people like that because otherwise it's just a big mess.
Yeah, so here's my thing. Sometimes we find ourselves in rooms with like hundreds of people or like at least 100 people. And I'm like, listen, I want to get to as many people who have questions as possible. Don't come up on stage and try to have a damn conversation. Like, ask your question and keep it moving. Some people want to have like follow-up questions and then another follow-up question. Like, listen, bro, one question and go. One question, get off the stage, bro. And then the other thing that some moderators don't do very well is that the stage, they let like 30, 40 people on the stage. You can't do that. You got to move them off the stage. There's the reason why there's an option to move them back into the audience because a cluttered stage is a cluster F. Move them off the stage when they're done so they don't like interrupting ish. Like it's just simple. But here's the thing, Travis. It's not really Clubhouse etiquette. It's human etiquette. But some people just don't get human etiquette. Like, come on, y'all. Damn.
Yeah, I saw that, but I'm like, oh, leave quietly. That's nice. And I'm like, why isn't anyone using it?
They don't use it. They literally don't use it. Y'all, we have people on stage and they will literally interrupt a conversation like, oh my God, I gotta go. Thank you guys. There's a leave quietly button. Use it. Well, I almost said a perk word. Use it. Oh my God. It literally it pisses me off to no end when they interrupt. You will literally interrupt a conversation to announce that you're leaving. I hate announcement nerds. They drive me crazy.
I never want to say anything. It's so funny because, and I actually feel this way in general. So I don't really make a big deal about myself at all, unless I'm joking about myself. And I almost feel it's funny because the more successful or whatever it is that my channel gets, the more kind of reserved I get about telling my story. Like I tell less and less the more that things get. I don't know. It just feels right. Like let my work speak for itself. And I don't want to come into anyone. That's why if anyone asks me, okay, Travis, tell me about yourself, I don't say a lot because I'm not up there live. So I was born in the ghetto, son. And these days were rough. I got up and I was eating top ramen. And then last week, I got a $30 million deal with CVS. I mean, I don't need to know all that. I just need to know, why are you here? And what do you want? I saw it. That's it. I'm Travis. I'm here. I do YouTube stuff. And maybe I can answer some of your questions, I think.
Yeah. So our boy Greg, I heard you and him joking about him being on the app. He's like, I don't think I can help him. I'm like, Greg, you can help more than you ever know.
I don't think Greg wants to be on there. I told him we had a text conversation back and forth, and I will say this because I don't think he's here. Is he here? Is Greg seen him in the chat? Anyone seen him?
I've seen him, but he's probably lurking. He might.
I know he just released 2 videos today, so he's busy. But Greg's a great guy. Actually, we've become friends, and as much crap as I give him, let's go back and forth. I like Greg a lot, and I'm starting to understand him as a person a little bit better because we have conversations like after GadgetCast and text and stuff.
Right. I
can just tell it's not his jam. So I told him straight up, I have an invite for you, but I know you're not going to use it. So I didn't get, he goes, oh, okay. Like, yeah, it's just not who he is. At least in my knowledge of who Greg is, that's just not a jam for Greg. Now you are correct. He definitely has knowledge that he could give. But I will back that up by saying Greg is one of the most self-effacing people that I know because he's been very successful over this last year. His channel has done ridiculous. Like he's overperforming for his channel size. He's grown. He's done tons of videos with tons of views. But you would never know it by talking to him. He's just so humble, self-effacing, and just very, very humble and a very good guy, and just a friend who's checked up on me when I've been down on myself. He's a good guy, and that doesn't really work in that particular type of app. Like you need to be able to at least voice your opinion. He will always second guess himself, so he won't second guess himself when he's doing it for himself, but he wouldn't give advice at all because he wouldn't be like, this might work. I don't know. Greg's great though. Yeah, don't tell him I said that.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. I think you're right. He would probably like kind of second guess himself, but the dude has knowledge of the yin yang. If he wanted to give it, he could give it. But yeah, I think I tend to agree with you. It might not be his jam. But all right, there is a couple other things. Like for those of y'all that are in Clubhouse or thinking about considering joining Clubhouse, right now it's invitation only. You have to be invited. There are people out there inviting minors into the app.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, we have 12 and 13-year-olds in the app. That's just so y'all know, that is against Clubhouse terms and services. You have to be 18 to use the app, and y'all inviting 12 and 13-year-olds in the app. And you might want to be careful.
That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be stuff like this that's going to get this thing. It's going to change it real quick.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Clubhouse has no way of like regulating that, but y'all might want to be careful because if they find out that y'all invited these kids into the app, they probably gonna boot y'all real quick. So y'all might want to be careful about who you bring into the app. Also, whoever you bring into the app, your name appears at the bottom of their profile. Mm-hmm. So you really want to be careful about who you invite into the app because they are permanently associated with you in the app. So if they get in there and act a fool, bro, your name is all over it. So y'all might want to be careful.
Yeah, I'm just saying this underage stuff is, and that's definitely going to be something that's going to, the minute you turn on like CNN or Fox News and come up, the latest app they start putting you in the same sentence with Parler and stuff. And now you don't want to be in Congress. You don't want them talking about you in Congress. They start pulling you up in Congress or the House of Representatives. You don't want them to know who you are. You don't. That's the last thing you want. You don't want that. So they're going to have to. And how do you put in safety guards? You can't really DM in there, can you?
No.
Okay, so that would be something they need to continue to do, is to not allow private conversations, and that will help. But you could have a room with like older guys and a bunch of younger people, and it's like,
that's a problem. Yeah. People not reading the terms and services of the app, inviting these young kids in the app, and I'm like, I mean, these kids are cool, but they're technically not allowed in the app. So I don't
know who's backing the app right now, but if I had to guess, one big lawsuit would shut this thing down right now.
Probably.
This thing needs more momentum to get enough. Like, I mean, I'm assuming, I actually don't know who owns it. Jay-Z could own it. I don't know, but I'm assuming that because it's still young, that it's probably still running not in profit yet, and. Right. In that case, one lawsuit would take it down. So I just hope that they really pay their PG. I love PG. You don't really talk about how he wants Congress to know him. No, you don't, buddy. I love PG. I'm sad about, I'll tell you a secret that should I tell him PG? I don't know. PG and I were going to work on something that I thought would have already happened. Uh-oh. And I still might, and there's no way it's going to happen because of COVID. So I can tell him. All right. Anyone who's been, so it's Paul Timothy in the chat, but you call him PG. Paul Gross Close. That's my dude. A very incredibly talented young man.
Paulie G, yep.
And I'm sad because PG and we were going to do something together, which was going to be amazing. He is an incredible kind of like filmmaker-ish type guy, and he does like edits. They're amazing. If you've watched any of his stuff on his YouTube channel, like he's super talented. Right now he's doing like special effects stuff, but before that he was doing a lot of story-based like commentary content, and his style is just fantastic. He did like a vloggy thing with his dad one time, and it was just so well done. So I hit him up. I go, listen, man, I'm probably going to hit 100,000 here in a little while. This was like a year ago. So joke's on me. And I go, listen, I want you to like direct and produce my 100,000 subscriber video. Like, I want you to come out here. I want you to record me for like the last 3 days before I hit it. And then like, I want to do like a documentary of it. He was like, yeah, let's do it. So actually it was going to be for something else. And I'm like, let's do it for 100,000. Well, now COVID has made that impossible. So I'm super bummed. Someday we will do something together, 1,000%, because the kid is too freaking talented. But that was something I was really looking forward to. And unless COVID literally like gets cured tomorrow, it's not going to happen. So, because I'll hit 100,000 before that happens. So some other time.
Some other time. But yeah. To sum it up, Clubhouse is amazing. I've had an amazing time on it. I'm on it pretty much every day at this point, and it's just an amazing place. And you can find yourself in some crazy rooms with some big time people in there if you want to. So I would say don't judge the app unless you use the app, because it's an amazing platform and it's only going to get bigger and grow. Yeah. So Travis, I'm a tech creator. You're a tech creator. So I guess we would be remiss if we didn't touch on the S21 stuff, even though I pretty much have little to no interest in it. I don't know what your interest is, but I have no interest in it.
So I saw it in store. That screen is like a little bit better. But the thing is, you know what really gets me is, and it's funny how Jason in today's live stream said something very similar that I noticed in my video. There's Simply Pops. We were talking about you earlier.
Pop. What's up, Pop?
Yeah. I noticed, I was shocked by this. The first S21 kind of speculation video I did late last year did nothing view-wise. And then the follow-up a couple of weeks ago, even though January tends to be terrible for my channel, I did nothing view-wise. And Jason said he's noticed the same thing. And what that tells me is there's a lot less interest in it. And then reading comments, in the videos that I did do, and then kind of reading what people are saying after the presentation, is people are they're kind of tired of it, and they're I don't want to say there's anything wrong with the S21 specifically. I'm not sure that I like the way the camera system looks on the back, but I don't know that that matters. What I will say is this: they're playing a game of inches, and I feel, other than their foldable stuff, which is, you know, trying to get to that next level, which is the more interesting thing. I feel like Apple's, even though they are more constrained by like the hardware, the damn phone looks the same for the last like 5 years. So that's why I get bored with Apple. But I feel like Apple is focusing more on some things that move things forward in a way that you're like, okay, my phone looks the same as it did 3 years ago, but I can do this. And whenever I do something that's magically Apple, for example, like if you have multiple Apple items, you know, Apple products, you know how signing into anything works. If you have your Apple TV, like when you hit on, you're going to search something, like it comes up on your phone. When you get your watch, when you buy a new iPhone, like everything is exactly everything's in the same exact, like everything just works. And I think that's why, despite the fact people aren't necessarily as excited about new smartphones, that people just kind of stay where they are in the Apple side of things. They're like, well, why do you like Apple? It's so constricted. Yes, no. First of all, the apps are the same, except for sometimes they're better on iPhones. So I mean, like, how can you hate on that? I like a great Android phone. I love, listen, the OnePlus 7 Pro is still one of my favorites. The S20 FE was a great phone for the money. Like all these things. It's hard to get excited for some of these phones nowadays, man. And I think people are just tired of it. I mean, you got the S20, we got the S20 Ultra, or did you get the Note 20 Ultra?
I got it, but I don't have any more. Right now I got the Fold 2.
But you had bought it when it came out.
Yeah, I brought it, the Note 20
You
Ultra.
were like excited to get these things. You got them, you wanted to get the Big Daddy, and this hasn't moved you at all.
None, not at all.
A lot. I missed last year's Note for the first time since the Note 2. That says a lot.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I mean, I think I'm spoiled though, because I do have the Fold 2. Where? Oh yeah.
Oh,
I have the Fold 2, and there's just nothing like using the phone on Earth. So they're regular phones just don't interest me. I'm waiting for the Fold 3 before I'm treating it properly. But even just like that, even just looking at the phone in a vacuum by itself, it's just, I mean, what the camera model, they had like extra camera in there. They add F pen support to the S20, like, and it's like, it's funny because they got like one F pen, which is like the regular one. Then they got like the regular F pen that's like extra money. Like, what?
What does it do?
Like, what the?
And what's the Pro tag do? Like, what is the second? What's the Pro?
So the regular F pen is just right, I guess, and then the Pro F pen does everything that the Note 20 Ultra F pen does, or whatever. So it's just like, what? What? Exactly right. Why are you charging something extra for something that we were getting for not extra beforehand? It's goofy. Samsung is being goofy.
I think so. I think Samsung's starting to figure it back out. I think they were misguided all of last year. Like their pricing structure was ridiculous, and they had to reel it in for the Note. Like I think they were way off kilter last year. Other than the FE line of phones, which I'm actually I will look forward to the S21 FE. But having said all that, and the thing about Apple is you want to say the same thing about them, because they did a little bit of more of the same. The 12 Pro Max isn't much better. I mean, shooting in Dolby Vision is cool or whatever, but most people, it's a non-issue. It's a non-thing. Like, who cares?
Oh, wait till y'all see my video tomorrow about the 12 Pro Max.
I'm lying. No, I saw you tweet it, but I'm like, oh, what is this about? I'm kind of
yes.
So but at the same time, it's like, again, it's the creature comforts that iOS gives you that you kind of forgive them. And I'm talking to my brother and sister, and I mentioned them in the video. They're excited for different, like they were excited for different reasons. They were excited for the non-techie reasons. Like neither one of them are particularly techie, but it's because Apple has fostered this kind of, and whether it's true or not, it doesn't really matter because people believe it. This thing of like, not superiority, but convenience, and like it's just should be easy this way. And we're not going to give you the power jack anymore. You don't have a power trick anymore. You don't need that. Don't worry about it. We're doing it for the environment. Okay. Like it's like a Jedi mind trick, and you're like, oh, okay, but listen, I got that AirDrop, son, and that iMessage is still legit. So okay.
Well, you know, earlier in the stream, it just worked. You said it just worked.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's okay. It's okay. So I don't know. It's I think at the end of the day, something's got to change because phones are boring, which is why I'm doing more. I'm going to, this year and tomorrow being the case, more reviews about things that aren't phones. So I'll still be doing some phone stuff, but I'm concerned that the interest is waning in some of this stuff.
I mean,
specifically Samsung.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been looking at the same like rectangular slab to glass for like over 10 years, man. Like you said, I think at some point people just get tired and like they want to move on to the next big thing. So
yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
I think that's where the whole foldable thing is coming in. That people are starting to run toward foldable because they're new, even though they're not much different from what we have already. But they're still something new and fresh and something that we haven't seen before. So people are getting pretty excited about them.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not a bad phone. It's actually really an excellent phone. But I can't get excited about it because none of the things that they announced are such a quality of life difference from what I already have that I need to have it.
Right.
The fold at least is different. Like it's something interesting. And you know, when it's unfolded, it's a better viewing. So there's something to it, right?
Right.
Everything else, and this, I'll say this includes iPhones, is just kind of boring. I'm 120 hertz or not. I'll get the iPhone 13 probably Pro Max or whatever, but it's not like I'm going to be salivating about it. You know, it's going to be more for the channel, and I would still have my 11 Pro Max if it wasn't for the channel. Heck, I wouldn't have it. Well, actually, to be honest, I wouldn't even have an 11 Pro Max if it wasn't for the channel. I would have still had a Note or something because I wouldn't even have ever tried an iPhone.
So for those y'all watching right now, I'll give you a little sneak peek of tomorrow's video. But in the video, I say something to the effect of, there's not much difference between the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 12. There's really not much difference. And hey, it is what it is. But you'll get more of that tomorrow.
Did you say that you, because I didn't know this, I might have read your tweet wrong. The way I read your tweet, and tell me if I was wrong, is that you weren't going to script it, but does that mean you script your other videos?
Yeah, it's funny. I realized after I wrote that tweet, I'm like, that means that it probably sounds
yeah. What, I didn't know what was going on. What?
So it's funny because what I meant was, as with some videos, I don't know. I guess before I start, I don't script any videos. I've never scripted a YouTube video in my life. But if it's a review, sometimes I have bullet points in front of me so I don't miss anything.
Same.
So what I meant by not scripting anything is no bullet points, just off the top. So that's what I meant. So yeah, I know I could see how that would sound like.
I was like, when does Viper start scripting? I'm like, well, how do you script what you say?
Yeah.
how would you script what you say?
I have never scripted a video, and I've done what 500 of them now. I've never scripted.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Not my thing. But yeah, tomorrow I do what you see and hear in tomorrow's video with no rehearsal, no notes, no nothing. Just how I feel about using the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And some might find it interesting, some might find it, might get mad. I don't know, but we'll find out tomorrow morning. But yeah. So yeah, S21. I don't really have much interest. Although that Phantom Black, damn, that looks good. But
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I've never been excited about a black phone before. But I was like,
Phantom Black looks good, but not good enough. Maybe you want to go get one. So no, thank you.
I don't know. I think if my video views had gotten, if they had gotten more views, I probably would have picked it up just to do that. But there's just nothing indicating to me that anyone's going to care. And what I should do, I haven't done, is researched. I talked about this in another video previously when I researched the difference between iPhone review views and Samsung review views. I should check. Did you see that video? Where I was
watching the live stream on YouTube, and I remember you saying how they had such a amount of people watching. So I think I don't know if this is the max, but at one point yesterday, it was yesterday, I think there was like some 250,000 people watching the live stream on Samsung YouTube page.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool, but that's nothing compared to what that's like dropping the bucket, son. Yeah. But I will say this. I do want to, I probably will now go and compare the views on these, the current S21 videos versus last year's S20 reviews and see if because my thought is there's less interest overall based on what people are saying in the comments, my own views and Jason's views. But I do want to see like the upper echelon guys, are they still getting a lot of views or not? And if they're not, then I think that's definitely like people just don't care as much about, or at the very least about Samsung phones. I don't know if it's in general or just what, you know.
Well, this might not be the best indicator because he had Marquez, but he got like 4 million views on his S21 video, or at least the S21 Ultra video. Because I think he did like a couple of them. But on his S21 Ultra video, he got 4 million views in a day. So
yeah, well, I'll take a look. Let me compare it to the S20 of last year. Let's see.
But I mean, that's Marquez, so he's gonna get 4 million views like farting. So I don't know if we could use him as a measuring stick.
It's still a good thing. So okay, so his S20 Ultra view now, it took a little bit more time. I can use the vidIQ to find it more, but 6.5 million. So that's a lot more. But he actually got a spike in those views for some weird reason in November. So his S20 Ultra review started out and ended about 4.5 million. And then in November of last year, for some reason, it went up like 2 million for some ungodly known reason.
Probably comparing it to the Note, I'm guessing.
Probably people were like, oh, let me check out the Note. So I guess this is in line with his last year, because you said he got about 4 million on the, so that's about the same.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. But yeah, but again, he's Marquez. He can like fart and get 4 million views. So I mean,
yeah, I think that's the thing, because they're the only videos out about it right now. Just a couple of people, just a couple. Yeah. What's really interesting to me is who didn't get it. Like some people, you MKBHD, okay, sure. Super Staff, yeah, sure. But then a Lou, sure. Like that makes sense. But then there's some big YouTubers that didn't get it, and I'm like, really? Like, why not? Like, what's that all about? And then there's like some smaller YouTubers that got it. I'm like, well, not smaller than like MKBHD and Super Staff like that. But so now I'm just kind of confused as to what Samsung, what are they doing? Like, well, yeah, it's weird.
Well, sometimes if you say something wrong about Samsung, then they might give you the cold shoulder. So that might be going on too.
I don't expect anyone to ever send me, which is fine, because I'll drag both of them, and I'm cool with that. Fine. I don't want to, because you got to send it back anyway, and I don't want to deal with all that.
Yeah, kind of.
But I mean, it does rob you of the chance of doing a review and expecting any kind of views the first couple of days, because all the bigger guys got it.
Indeed, man. Indeed. So, Travis, did you attend the all digital CES this year?
No, because
I
loved CES last year in person, and it would have felt so and I knew I could rely on everyone else to tweet about it and tell me everything's going on. It would have felt not as great. There was such a camaraderie there and meeting and hanging out with the crew that it would not have been as fun, and I would have not. And now I know more people. So I don't know if Renee ever goes to CES. I love to hang out with Renee if he does. This past year, I got to hang out with Jason. Jason and I think, became really good friends during CES. Or no, was it Vid Summit? Vid Summit might have been. Regardless, it was one of those trips. But I will go to the next one that's in person as soon as the world isn't on fire. For me, it's more of a social thing. Jeff and I hung out. We went and got Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Like, those are the memories that, or was that for Vid Summit? I'm getting them mixed up. Let me see. I've been out there and hanging out with people a couple of times. We walked a lot in Vegas. I remember that. See, I had miles on my phone. My steps were legit.
So Renee went from, he'd been in theater from 2008 to 2019. I guess he
was there the year I was there. I didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was either. So next time, Renee, if they ever do another CES in person, let's hang, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Hopefully your boy Viper will be able to get out there too. So
you better be.
2022. I think somebody was asking me when it were. Somebody on Clubhouse was asking when do they think the next in-person tech event will be, and I'm like, probably not until 2022 at the earliest.
I mean, if we're being reasonable, yes, and if people need to calm down, though. People need to stop seeing each other.
Really?
I mean, let's be honest. That's the whole thing, man. Like, if I mean, I wish that we could have been there this year. There was, remember about 8 months ago, people were like, okay, well, in 2021, CES will be back. We're still really in the spider right now. If we can calm down long enough and if this damn vaccine actually works, then maybe next year. That's the earliest. I know that there were still some events that are still hoping for the end of this year. PAX is one of them. Mm-hmm. And I think there might be some Vid Summit, I think, was thinking about, or whatever. But there's a couple of events that I know they're in the tail end of the year and they're hoping.
Man. So funny thing about Vid Summit, they had planned an in-person event for May of this year.
Not happening. California is so bad right now. There's no way. It's impossible. He's gonna have to try to push it back to October again, and even then, it's questionable. A lot of things depend on this next couple of months. Let's hope that the new leadership, get stuff in gear. Let's get some people vaccinated. Let's get some real social distancing going. It's rough. I'll say this, as someone who loves to stay home and just be home and all that stuff. the last couple of weeks, I've literally been thinking, man, I kind of just wish I could hang at the mall and just do people watching. I mean, you kind of can, but you really shouldn't. I want to go to see. I wanted to go to see. Like I wanted to do those things. The once or twice a year that I even do those things, I couldn't do any of them.
Yeah. Or Renee to LA, the petri dish for highways. Wow. Pretty much. Andrew said they expect me to fly to Vegas to take part in the coverage. He had to turn it down. Like, what are you thinking? Yeah.
And I don't understand. They flew people to Vegas to do the virtual?
No, I don't even know. No, I think they flew people to Seattle, I think, to do the virtual.
Seattle?
Yeah, I think Microsoft flew people to Seattle to do their hosting.
Wait, was Justine here?
Yeah, I think Justine was in Seattle with Brian Tong. I think so, yeah.
Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. I ain't gonna be able to see them people anyway. But I'm like, I'm trying to know all that. That would have been dope. I know that she was doing something. I saw something or tweeting about it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were in Seattle for that. Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I mean, listen, Andrew Edwards is 20 minutes from my house. I still ain't seen that dude anywhere except California.
Andrew, he is not gonna let it down until you see him, man.
I need to see that mansion, man. I need to go over there and see that mansion. I know. I know it's got to be time. We got to get back. I know it's going to be time. I know. I understand, Andrew. You don't have to say it. I got it. But once it happens, I told the story about this. I'm gonna tell a story again because now I'm in a different place. I know Viper knows the story. Some other people know the story. I don't think Richie knows the story. I'm pretty sure most people in the chat know the story. Okay, here's the story. And I'm gonna tell it because it's the truth. I don't know if Andrew tried to tell the story. He's gonna tell a different way. When I was starting out, one of the things I told you that first year, I was grinding, really trying to learn YouTube. And when I decided to be a tech channel, I really wanted to learn from some of the best. So I Googled, I'm like, what tech YouTubers in the Seattle area? First one that I got caught up was Linus Tech Tips. They're in Vancouver, which is not that far from me. So I emailed them and said, hey, I would be willing to take time off from work and come up and just do whatever you want me to do just so I could take in the knowledge of like how you guys do what you do. And, a day or so later, I got an email back from someone on the team. They said, oh, that's great. But unfortunately, because of laws, we can't do that. Intern something or whatever. Right. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's fair. I mean, I don't know how the international laws work. It was fine. So during my list, I said, oh, there's a guy named Andrew Edwards who's not that far from my house. And I go, oh yeah, and he's been doing so. He got Shaq and he knows people. He's been wrestlers and so on. That's dope. Let me cut him an email. So I dropped Andrew Edwards an email with I have about 600 or 700 subscribers. And I said, listen, Andrew, I work at this place. I will take off like a week and I will be your little mini me. I will do anything you need. And a couple of weeks later, I got a reply from Andrew and he goes, yeah, that'd be great, man. Just I got this thing I got to go to. And then when I get back, hit me up. That was 3 years ago.
Yo, Andrew, you won't let him drag you like this, Andrew? You won't let him drag you like this?
Look, he's okay. He's saying, what'd he say? I started to say, yes, I was so busy. Yeah. And here's the thing. Andrew, you got to respect the game. Like I came to you and I'm like, look, I will do anything I want to learn. And I know Andrew respects that. I know now because I know Andrew a little bit better. He respects that approach. So I know, and he's a busy dude, but he knows he's 100% right. And to this day, I have seen Andrew more in California than I have 20 minutes from my house. It's really funny. But one thing I'm still waiting for that reply. But then he tried to say something. I think like a year ago, he's like, "All right, you can do it." Oh, I know what happened. He got into a Twitter tweet thing. It was he tweeted like two other. Who else is in this area? Erica Griffin and someone else was like something about barbecue. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then he was like, I think at that point I had like 20 some thousand. He goes, okay, and then you can be like the camera grip or something. I'm like, bro, I'm past that. I already, that offer's gone. That offer's gone a year ago,
right?
But it's funny because I give Andrew a lot of guff, but the reason I do is because I actually really like and very much respect Andrew in a lot of ways. Don't tell him. I give him the most guff because I respect him. Like his grind and what he does and how he gets it done is really second to none. I respect the hell out of it. So I give him guff because I like him. If I don't give someone guff, I probably don't.
Listen, man, Andrew Edwards has been good to me since before I even became a creator. I used to comment on his videos, and he used to like reply to all my comments, which I thought was pretty cool. But even after I became a creator, this dude has been nothing but good to me. I tease him sometimes because he normally tweets at me when he thinks I got something wrong. But the dude has been on my live stream. And I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was in Clubhouse hosting a room on why don't we have more women in tech? And he popped in, him and Renee popped in, and they both gave their opinions about why there are more women in tech. And he kind of changed my perspective on the situation. So I love Andrew, man. He's always around when I'm watching me. He's always lurking, or he willing to come in when he has the time. So I got nothing but respect for both Andrew and Renee. But Andrew is one of the best people, and he's so damn smart too. The dude is like smart. I kind of joke, but I'm not joking. Andrew literally knows everything about everything.
Yeah, that's why I like to give him guff, because sometimes he's wrong. And I'm like, listen. Oh no, Greg's in here. That's
you know Greg will come on now.
Greg's gonna come. Yeah, no, I like because Andrew sometimes is super right. There's a thing about people that are right a lot of the time, and Andrew's one of these people. Like, he's right a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But the problem with people like that is when they are wrong, they don't know that they're wrong, and because they're right a lot of the time. So I like to come in and tell him when he's wrong. I like to say, Andrew, no, you're wrong on this movie.
Doesn't happen often, but when it does, you gotta get them.
Yeah, I know. And then here's the thing about Renee. I didn't really know. I found out about Renee through the people that are around me. You, John Prosser, Andrew, like a bunch of people who kept talking about, oh, Renee Ritchie's Renee. I remember just hearing his name like a year or so ago, and people keep talking about Renee Ritchie. Okay, this is Renee Ritchie. And then someone in my comments said something about Renee Ritchie, like, all right, okay, who's Renee Ritchie? So I started watching, like, okay, this dude's too smart for me. So I just kind of let it be. I'm like, oh, he's too smart for me, whatever, right? He's too smart. I don't want that. I don't want to know about anyone smarter than me. So then Greg and I started doing GadgetCast. And I always saw that he was like, then he started coming on your show. I'm like, that's really dope. Like, he's coming over here and he's hanging with people. Like, he's being real. That's cool. Then he like started coming to GadgetCast and stuff, and I had conversations with Greg. And the funny thing is, Greg, the first time like we had, and Luke as well, Luke Miani, who I really dig. I found him through YouTube, and we become friends. Greg and Luke are like fanboys of Renee, which is hilarious, because when Renee isn't on, like, they get, especially Luke. I know Greg used to be too, get real nervous before Renee gets on, real nervous. And because I don't have that background of Renee, the only background I have is the last year. I just know him as a cool dude. I'm like, who's Renee? Like, let's go. And everyone's like, oh man, I've been watching him since like 5 years ago, 6 years. I'm like, that's cool. But I mean, for me, I don't have that. So I don't have that nervous energy that these other guys do. Right. So I think it's kind of funny. And here's what I've learned about Renee just recently, last 2 or 3 months. And this is why I start to understand the respect that he gets. I respect him because he's a good human being, but I really start to understand the respect of his peers. The dude is a student of everything, because he is at a level that he could literally be giving people advice about stuff, but he's always learning. He's always in, he's on Clubhouses, like listening. He's on Nick Niman's live stream, just listening. Like, he's asking questions. He's a student of life. And as soon as I realized that about him, and this is only over the last like month or so, my respect I was always respecting him, right? I respect him just right. But my respect went, I'm like, this dude, because I can appreciate someone who humbles himself enough to want to learn, because it's so difficult when you're at a point where people look up to you and you're doing things right and things are working for you. You still say, I need to learn more. And that really, man, I like him better than Greg. I don't like Greg that much.
Yeah, like I said, I've been watching Renee for over almost 10 years now at this point, and I'm not surprised he came on YouTube and started crushing anyway, because the dude is smart AF, and he's constantly learning. I mean, he's friendly. I think that's one of the cool things, that he's friendly with all the creators, no matter your channel size. He's been good to me, and the dude is amazing. Like, just talking to him and different things like that. Like, Renee's the real deal. He is legit.
Yeah, it's really okay. Greg is so dumb. I think, yeah, I agree. Listen, all good people. We have a really great niche. There's we had Shannon Morris on the GadgetCast last week, and I asked her, like, what was it like coming into the tech niche, because she's been in the security niche for a while. She goes, it's been very welcoming, and I can agree with that. I was pretty much welcomed in. Jeff really got me kind of into the group of people, the friends. That's how I met you. That's how I met a lot of people, was through Jeff. And the tech community, the creators, generally speaking, of course, there's always that one person, generally speaking, are really amazing.
We have a request, Travis.
It's GadgetCast, baby. It's the #1 podcast, #1 tech podcast, baby. Let's go.
So I don't know if this was the thing before I became a creator. I'm pretty sure it was, but it seemed like before I became a creator, like all like the biggest YouTubers and things like that, they were friends with each other and things like that. And I don't know if they communicated much with the smaller channels and things like that. I came in here and I kind of like found a way to bridge that gap.
You mixed it up.
I mixed it up because
you scrambled the egg, man. You scrambled the eggs. What you did.
I came in here and I'm like, no, man, we're not doing this no more. I think part of it was the taboo that the smaller creators shouldn't reach out to bigger creators.
Yep.
So that whole taboo that I just kind of annihilated.
Yeah, we both did that actually. Because before I kind of knew you, I was reaching out to, because I just didn't know, but I remember hearing people on forums going, "You can't do that." I'm like, well, I don't know why not. I just started emailing people like, "I really like your stuff. I'd love it if you'd be on my channel." We did that right around the same time. Because before I knew you, like I did the Michael Fisher thing and stuff like that. And you were doing it too. And I think people, I don't know what people thought, but I just remember, and I know you heard the same thing. You can't do that. The bigger creators they're not gonna talk to you.
I wasn't even trying to hear none of that because, like, listen, I've been watching these people for like eons, long before I became a creator. They know who I am, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna reach out. But here's the thing, like I always say, I don't reach out to get stuff from them. All I'd be like is, will you have a conversation? And I've been fortunate enough where most of them are willing to have a conversation. But I think a lot of creators, especially starting out, they want to get something. I had a creator DM me in my Instagram today. Telling me, "Oh, I like you, blah 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 blah. We need to collaborate so I can get subscribers." I'm just like, "Oh, damn, dude, no."
So it's funny you say that. So my video tomorrow is a collab, but I reached out to them, and what makes this unusual, because for the most part it is me reaching out to other creators, and 9 times out of 10 it's me reaching out to a larger creator. I reached out to a smaller creator for this one. Ooh. And I did it because I saw their work. And I was impressed, and I wanted it on my channel. I wanted that level of content on my channel. So now I don't know that that's going to happen very often. It's kind of infrequent that a larger channel is going to do that, but it's not impossible. I mean, I don't see myself any kind of size channel, but I do remember when I was that person's size, and when I saw a creator that's at my size now, that would have impressed me. And I didn't do it to be a nice guy, other than to show respect to someone that I think is really doing the work, and I think deserves a slightly, I don't know that my stage is going to be large in January. I keep talking about this. My January views are trash, but I think over time this video will get a lot of views, and I think it's going to expose this person to more people, and I think he deserves it. And I think I'm going to do more of that because there's no reason not to. It's a beneficial thing for both of us. Their quality content is great, and I want to expose my audience to that. And they've done the work. This is not a charity. I worked hard to get here.
Say it again. Say it again.
I mean, come on.
That man said this is not a charity.
Woo. It's just there's just some people out there doing good work, and I want to support that. I do want to be better about collabs though. I almost never say no to a collab, but last year I forgot about a lot of them, and that was my bad. I need to be better about that. I'm just really unorganized, so that's. My intention is there. I'm organization.
Last year you did the content where you highlighted some smaller creators in your live stream like that.
And your live stream was good too, man. Listen, between that and yours,
bruh,
like we did some good work.
Oh hell yeah, bruh. It's funny though, because I was going through the submissions on Twitter and things like that, and I'll think to myself, damn, these dudes are good, but they are getting they got no play from YouTube. YouTube is brutal, man. You could be doing amazing work and just don't get the recognition or the view that you should be getting. So I'm like, you know what? I chose 9 creators. I brought them on the live stream. Hopefully they got a little bit of recognition. I'm not the biggest creator in the world, but
yeah,
as you know, I have influential people that watch my live streams. I'm like, all right, maybe you might get some traction. Maybe you might get some eyes on you. So hopefully they keep going their thing, man. But yo, yeah, I you know what? But it feels good though. It feels good to help out up and coming creators and things like that, because YouTube can be brutal.
I'm actually excited about tomorrow's video because of that. Renee says something good. Renee, can I tell you something? It happens every year. January is trash. I mentioned this in my last video. Like January almost had me quit last year. I think people, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The only thing that's saving January at all is Apple is doing crazy stuff. And there's some leaks about stuff. The leaks are now more leaky than ever. And January is the thing. So I don't know. With him, but what is Andrew talking about? Andrew's being attacked with.
But like you said, Travis, January is typically a low month for tech creators. Like the people they're over it. They're like, no, we'll catch y'all in the later half of the year.
Yeah, it's in February it should start getting better. At least that's when I recovered last year and the year before. But January every year, like I almost took off all of this month. I actually, going into this month, I was like, I'm probably just gonna take this month off and do my other channel. But I decided to throw a couple of videos out here and there and try to experiment some stuff. That's why you're seeing some more experimental stuff from me this year.
Wait. Time out. Did you say other channel?
Yeah, my kind of secret side thing.
Oh, you pulling the Daryl Eath on us? Okay.
Daryl's much more successful than I am. So yeah, I wanted to have something that I could do in case things got bad like last year, and they're not great. But yeah, this is the month where you just gotta like take a breath, and especially with if you're covering Apple content exclusively, like with the leaks now. You know, it used to be there was only like a couple of times during the course of the year you get some real big Apple spikes, but with what Apple's been doing lately, there are leaks upon leaks, and now with the M1 silicon stuff, like it's just constant. And the one thing in tech that I see that is still getting good views to this day is the M1 stuff, which is great because as soon as my Air gets here, I'm doing my like Windows user tries a MacBook for the first time.
Did you really go back and order the 8 GB RAM Air?
No, I ended up getting the 16 again. I canceled my 16. I was going to order the 8 because I watched all these videos. Renee Ritchie, who I respect, was like, you don't want to do that. I'm like, damn it. So then I went back and reordered again. I had just canceled it before I tweeted too. And I'm like, damn it.
Yes, Travis, you want more RAM. You know this. You're a tech dude. More RAM, the better, dude.
Yeah, but I was like, I can get the 8 gig right away, and I'm impatient. I didn't want to wait 3 weeks. I wanted to get on it. I'm like, all right, I'll wait. I'll wait longer because I canceled and reordered.
You don't need it right away, Travis. You'll be fine.
This is ridiculous. Listen, I'm upset about that. My own fault. I should have tweeted before I canceled it, but I canceled it.
Shout out to Fit Blind Fitness for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank
you. For anyone who's buying tech, tweet first before you cancel.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Much place, so you got to listen to Andrew. I hate when he says something smart because then I got to get
like which is all the time. You hate him a lot, then.
He's saying all the stuff. Yeah, I get you, Andrew. Stop it.
Oh man,
I know. Here's the thing. Andrew's right about a lot of things, and you know, so another thing. One of the places that the ironic thing is the way we actually ended up getting connected was. I had emailed him, and the time that I did see him was when he came to the Seattle YouTuber meetup and was the guest speaker for that. And that was after the email. I'm like, Andrew, hey, I'm the guy that sent you the email. And then he was like, oh, yeah, let's get together. All right, cool. And of course, that was again 3 years ago. But still, yeah, that's actually, I forgot about that. That's when I met Andrew. Was at during his conversation, I think at that time I had 300 subscribers. I'm like, what's going on? Or 700 subscribers. He starts talking about diversifying. And then he said something that blew me away. And I think this, when I heard him say this, I'm like, dude, he must be like a Jedi mind master or something, because he said that there was a brand or something that, because one of the things he says he does, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn, is he gives like documentation to the brand of like kind of the return on investment, because he wants obviously to let them know if they're not paying attention that, hey, this is kind of what, you know, the integration did for you. And he goes, one of them, they were like, he goes, hey, do you want you know, any of this for you? Oh, no, you don't have to give us that. Like, we don't need that. Like, so they gave you money and they didn't care like if it did well or not. Like, what? Like, can I get a part of that? What? Can I do that? Can I get somebody to pay me money and not care if the video performs? I would love that. How do I do that?
Yeah.
10-minute creating TikTok 2 days ago. 1 minute. What?
Yeah,
What did he get? Did he get a million views doing?
I mean, he does tech TikTok, but man, the way he like chopped them up and edited them are pretty nice.
I watch it. I'm not on TikTok. So, well, I mean, technically,
but there you go. You're not on TikTok. You gotta be on TikTok.
I'm not. I kind of am, but I don't remember the login and whatever.
Yo, man, you got to be on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I just don't make any. I need to start making some.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of am, but I'm not. I am, but I'm not.
Just make videos of what I said.
That's what it is, man.
Okay. Yep. Andrew is very smart.
He is.
I'm talking too damn smart, but he's smart.
I'll give him that. He doesn't know how to use tech when he's on a live stream. Remember when he came on, he did that Mr. Roboto thing?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the audio.
Legendary. That's legendary. I wish that Tech Rant was around when that happened, because we would have videos on Twitter all day about it.
That would have
on that live stream, because we could still meme it up.
Oh, you know Tech Rant with me.
Which one that's from? We can get that memed up. That'd be nice.
Oh man.
And let me tell you.
Oh boy. So oh man, what I mean, I pretty much hit my main point of this live stream. So where do we go from here, Travis?
I don't know. We can wrap it up if you want. I don't care. Listen, I'm here for whatever. You know, it's 6 o'clock where I am. After we're done, I'm playing video games. I don't care.
Oh. You know what? It's funny, Travis, because I think I talked about on Twitter about how I have not touched any of my symptoms in 2 weeks because I've been trying to put out the content. But I think tomorrow I'm going to get my permission to play. So
you should. There's some really good games out there. I've been playing. So Game Pass has been really good because there's been some really great games I've played. They just put out the patch for the Star Wars game for next gen. So I've already beaten it, unfortunately. But there's a bunch of really cool games, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm actually going to stream on Netflix though. Or sorry, not Netflix. On Twitch. I'm going to stream on Netflix. Why not?
Oh, speaking of streaming, WandaVision is out on Disney Plus, and I need to get to watching.
What is Wanda? I thought that was Wanda Sykes. Everyone keeps saying WandaVision. I'm like, Wanda Sykes?
Marvel, MCU, Travis, Wanda, Avengers. You never watched any of these movies?
I've watched the movies, but I don't know about no Wanda.
The Scarlet Witch, Wanda.
Oh, I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah. You know who Vision is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the girl that
he's in that too.
It's their show, WandaVision.
I don't know why they call it WandaVision. I thought it was Wanda Sykes.
Oh, Lord. Greg, we need to cancel Travis. God. Yo, we got Paul Peck up in here. What's up, Paul?
How you doing? In the house doing it big. You know what's funny? When and I remember this. I know Paul remembers this too. When I got off the plane to go to Vit Summit, and I got in the what is it, the shuttle, and I sit down and I'm just kind of I'm so tired. Let's go. I just want to go. Travis. I look up and like, it's Paul Peck. Like Paul Peck travel. Hey, what's going on, man? That was pretty dope. I didn't want to. I was kind of out of it because I don't like flying, so I was kind of like coming down from that whole experience. And so I might have come off like not as happy to see him as I was, but yeah, it was cool to see. It was cool to see Paul. Like since I got there, it was dope.
Yo, Kobe's in the building. What's up, Kobe? How you doing, man? I've never seen you on my stream before. So welcome, man. Welcome. Me and Kobe were just changing Twitter DMs about the translucent translucent TV that they were showing the TV.
So okay, we're Andrew's in here. Andrew's a TV expert, which I love. Dude got too many TVs. It's
ridiculous. Yeah.
All right. So talk to me, Andrew. Okay, because this year I'm buying a new one. Oh. I think I'm still, to my knowledge, unless you tell me different, I was gonna stick with the LG OLED, but I know some new hot jams are coming out. I want 120. I want variable refresh rate. I want 4K. I don't necessarily need 8K, but if it's in there, I'll take it. Which one should I get? But I want it to look as good as my OLED. So Andrew, what do I get this year? And I don't want to spend $12,000 like you do. Ain't nobody.
It's funny you ask about TV because TCL making some good TVs, and
I know about TCL because I was in their little press conference thing before WishCall happened.
You know what Kobe does, then, don't you?
I know that they got some badass stuff coming, but I don't know what the pricing is on any of it though.
It can be competitive because TCL pretty competitive, man.
But there's a lot. See, Andrew says budget, but that could be $3,000, and I don't consider that budget at all. My budget is
your budget, fool.
Let's say 2,500. I'd rather not go that high, but let's call it 25. I mean, I'd rather not, but I would. By the way, every time I say stuff like that, I go, "Oh yeah, I bought $2,000 phone." So yeah, I guess I never
mind. Yeah, $2,500 for a TV. Oh yeah, you can do real good.
Yeah. Let's do 25. Let's do 2,500. If it's amazing for 3,000, then I'll talk about it. But
I mean, you could practically get any TTL TV for that. You can get 2 TTL TV for that.
Get one for the bathroom, baby.
Really? But yeah, I know. So I have the LG T10 OLED from last year, and I'm pretty sure they're making a new one this year. But look at Andrew, A-series TTL.
Oh, the A-series OLED, or is that new other thing they got?
No, I think TTL TV is a mini LED. I think.
I need to see that next to OLED because I'm so in love with OLED that it's going to be hard for me to leave. See, LG OLED is my jam too, Renee. That's what I have right now.
I think we all got LG OLED TV.
I'm scared of leaving OLED now, man. I'm scared. It's so good.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can out to get another non-OLED TV after having my LG, man.
It is scary.
It's mini. Okay, it's a mini LED. Okay, yeah, okay. That's what I said. I did say that. Okay, yeah. But mini LED is pretty good too. I mean, obviously not OLED, but it's still damn good, man. It's amazing.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So the A-series and mini LED.
I'll keep an eye out on it then. And I'll go over to Best Buy when they got them and take a look at them.
Obviously the thing to note about mini LED is that it's definitely brighter than OLED because OLED kind of dim. So those TVs are brighter and the picture pretty damn good on them too. So
you step forward. Because of the mini LEDs. That's what it's because really what it was the black. It was the blacks really always were amazing on OLEDs, and even some of the colors and well, when they first came out, even the bright colors for HDR and stuff, Dolby Vision was awesome. If you're saying mini LEDs are brighter and you can get the blacks because you can turn off more LEDs, then I might be on board.
Yeah, just hit them up when you want to.
I will, Drew. Of course I will, man. You're the one person that I actually would trust on this. So
Shit, money TV dad. We gotta do it.
I'm not. Listen, I trust him on this decision.
Andrew literally has a library of TVs. Like he rotates TVs. He has so many. It's ridiculous.
Well, he knows. He plays Xbox and stuff too, like me. So he knows kind of like I trust him with the. I'll talk.
Ooh, whoa, okay, 65, 83.
Was that from last year?
No, I think that's the new one. I think
it's not 2021, is it? That's not out yet, is it?
I think it is.
No.
Kobe into 21. Hey, Kobe, let us know if the 2021 out yet.
How is it $375 off? It just came out. That don't make sense.
Deal, man. Oh,
he will not put you on hold for 8 years this time. Well, he can't go nowhere.
Right? He has to be home, right? He has to be home.
So ironically, Andrew, we talked about you earlier in this stream. We were talking about how we talked a lot about what's that app again? Clubhouse. And we're like, Clubhouse must be addictive because how is Andrew on it for 10 hours when he can't be doing nothing straight for 10 hours?
Oh, Kobe did he did that's 2019 A3. Okay.
Oh, okay, so that's a couple years old. Okay. No, I want the latest and greatest. I want the variable refresh rate, 120 hertz. I want all that. Give me all of them.
Right. But I mean, even when they're 2021 one comes out, it's probably gonna be I could be much more than that. I mean, like at the team, they're pretty good as far as like pricing.
I mean, I'm in. I'm in for that. I could do that. I mean, hell, I gotta get some more Amazon. So I have like 3 Amazon renewed phones here now, and then I've got one I gotta buy. So I mean, whenever I do that, most of the time I buy them. Although I have worked a deal with one of the sellers on Amazon to send me some of the phones, and I just send them back when I'm done. So I don't actually have to pay for some of them, but not all of them. Like they don't have that particular set doesn't have all the phones I want. So I do save some money on that, but last year was expensive, man. All those Amazon renewed phones, even though they were quote cheap, when you do look at all those videos I did, and I didn't make like a whole I made decent money, but listen, let me tell you,
John, like I don't know if I'm doing that in 2021.
I ended up giving away a lot of those phones too, or selling them. Remember, I'd sold a lot of them for the charity.
Right. Yeah. So 2021, what is your objective in 2021, Mr. Travis?
Well, we got to get 100,000 or I'm quitting. That's for sure. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And then expand out and do more reviews of different types of tech. Slightly, not so much that it's crazy, like all of a sudden I'm doing random leaf blower reviews, but I mean, I would love to do a TV review maybe, but I just don't think I don't think I'm going to go that far. But regardless, I do want to do more stuff so that when a brand comes to my channel, they can go, oh, he does actually do there's content in our niche. Maybe he'd be interested in doing our soundbar or our receiver, or,
No, damn that. Listen, man, I do Apple content, and even I realized that I was told by Apple content creators that I could do a wide range of brand deals with different products because of how they fit in the Apple ecosystem. So you, who do a vast more variety of content about products than I do, you can probably get any brand to do a deal with you, bro, about anything. I think you'd be all right.
We'll see. I definitely have more of a strategy going this year. I actually have some new series that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks that I'm actually pretty excited about. So we'll see. I think you're going to see a slightly different channel this year. I think you got to do just like Jern does, where he changes kind of the look and stuff of the show. I think you do have to kind of tweak your show and your offering a little bit every year.
So I have a personal question for you.
All right.
I myself, I'm not a big salesman. I don't really like selling things.
Yeah.
I'm curious to get your thoughts on how do you go about making affiliate revenue, like without coming across as being overly salesy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I've been fortunate because it's the type of content you do. This past year was pretty good for me in affiliate sales. Like it did pretty good. There were some months that were really good. And you could assume that it's the months after Amazon renewed, which was 100% correct. Those Amazon renewed videos did really well for me from an affiliate standpoint. And it actually kind of got me a name for that. Like people will come to me asking me, oh, I saw you about the Amazon renewed stuff. That's why I'm bringing it back, because it did well for that. So, that helped. It's the type of content you do. If you do accessory videos, I think Gary from Everyday Dad will tell you this. He likes doing the accessory videos, but he does well, I'm sure, on accessory sales. And it's because people are coming to that content, and of course they'll come for the creator, but a lot of people are coming to figure out, should I buy that? And if they do, they just click the link. That's the easiest way to do it. You do the content reviewing something that is very specifically, or added into a review of something that's very specifically like to that point. For example, this company reached out to me, and it's a good thing that they reached out to me, because I think I deleted it at first, but now it's relevant. It's this really cool thing you plug into the side of a MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, that if I can get some type of affiliate link for it, I'm going to sell a bunch of them, because it is not only is it a breakout module, which I think Anchor has one where it's like 2 prongs, put it in, it gives you like HDMI, USB, all that stuff, right? But it's a built-in SSD as well.
Oh,
same size.
The turbo thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they reached out to me, and I'm like, send it to me immediately, because as soon as my thing gets here, I'm gonna put it in there. And that's something that'll easily sell itself, because I'll go and I don't have to worry about the fact I got a 256 gig drive. I got this. Anyone who sees that, who is like looking at it for a review to figure out if they want to get a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air, is going to be like, oh crap, let me click that. And that's how that worked for any of those like Amazon renewed videos or anything like that. You just need to, you don't have to go buy this. You just have to have something that people naturally are curious about. And the other thing is, you know, I don't know if you do this, you should have all of your equipment stuff in your every single description, affiliate link to every single video, like your microphone. You have all that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that you never know. Someone might end up just randomly buying. So that actually happened to Greg once or twice. They bought like something stupid expensive. He told me one time, he goes, oh my God, someone bought like my camera. I'm like, oof. Jeez.
Wow.
Good affiliate sale right there.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a tricky balance, like do that type of stuff, especially like me. I don't like being over salesman. I'm not a salesman. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. But
me neither.
You want to make income as creators, you got to try to figure out ways around it and still provide value.
The easiest thing, and I think you could convert very well for this, is find products you're excited about yourself, and that excitement. And you know, Flossie does this better than anyone else. The excitement that you have for a product will sell it. And think about how many times you've been influenced to buy something based on someone's excitement in a review. And you know it's happened. It's happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
And you times that by a couple hundred or a couple thousand, depending on how well the video does. And there you go. So if you can find products that excite you, that will naturally come across in the video, and people will naturally want to buy it.
Listen, man. Listen, Andrew. You're a unicorn, man. You are a unicorn, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You're a unicorn. You're not human. You're
man. He's out there selling TVs and everything, and cars, and ridiculous. There you go. I love it. There you go, baby. Let's go. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Is he saying he made 60,000 sales in bidets, or just he's 60,000 in affiliate sales and then he sold bidets?
He sold bidets, but he made 60 in affiliate. Yeah, it would be crazy to work bidets, though.
He's implying that he made $60,000 in affiliate sales on bidets. No, that's the way I read that sentence.
No.
Clarify, because that's amazing.
What?
I'm telling you, bro. Look, I'm telling you, son. Let's go. Let's go. This is why I gotta
wait. Hold up, time out. Stop the live stream. Wait a minute. Don't you mean to tell me, Drew, that you made 50K off of people putting their butts on a toilet? That's what we talking about? Bro.
I gotta tell you, bro. I got so much respect, bro.
Bro. He is a cheat code. That dude is a damn cheat code, bro.
Listen, I've been a bidet advocate for a very long time, and I ain't sold ne'er one. So I need to figure out. I'm telling you, this is why I give Andrew such a hard time, because I actually have a lot of respect for him. I got a lot of respect.
He is a cheat code, man. Dude's a cheat code for real.
Beyond cheat code, man. That is next level.
You gotta give me the stuff.
I don't even make no sense. I don't know what video you have that has a bidet, and I don't even understand. You reviewed it. Did you review one? I need to watch that, Drew.
3 years old? 3 years? What? Oh, bro.
So I actually do have a video. I think it's unlisted. The very first time I used my bidet. It was well before I had like a YouTube channel. I just wanted to throw something up there. I literally have it, and I did a new leader of the Toilet Squad, and I took a camera to my face, so you can see like I'm holding it to my face as I do it the first time. It's good times, man.
Come the new leader of the
toilet. He is good. That's what he is, baby. Let's go. We do need to watch that. If he drops the link, you can share your screen and we can watch it together. That would be everything. We can do a watch together. Let's do a watch together.
Oh, that would be funny.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Andrew, do your legend, man. I told y'all, Andrew and Renee, they're like the GOAT, man. You can't mess with them. You can't touch them.
I mean, listen, what are you gonna say? I got nothing to say. The only thing bad I can say about Andrew is when he's up here debating stuff. Then I got a lot of things to say. But when it comes to business, I don't even try. You will notice that whenever he talks about business or anything like that, I literally never say anything because I'm listening, because I'm trying to learn. I'm not trying to joke about it. Anytime Andrew talks business, I shut up and listen. Everything else, I'm gonna be up in his comments and talking mad trash about it. But he talked business. I'm like,
oh no, you can't mess with him in business. That he is the businessman. That's what he does.
You ain't never lied.
The beat.
Yeah, that's true. Ethnic is right. This is one of the few times it's so serious.
It's always Andrew. He always does something to me. Take off my damn glasses. All the time, it's always Andrew, man.
Ooh, that's the time right there. That's the stuff.
Oh man, but yeah, man. But that's cool though. See that, like me, me not being that big of a creator, and I got Andrew Edwards, who's like the businessman, chilling out and hanging out, man. I'm telling y'all, it's like
you got true influence, man.
Bro, the tech community take care of his own, man. The tech community is lit, bro. I'm tell you.
I need a shout out from Renee. Renee, you started? Did you? I don't think you wore my merch yet, because I know he had I know he got my merch in. I see him wearing like your stuff. I saw him wear Greg's thing, which is sacrilege. Actually, the funny thing is, here I'm gonna tell on him. The day that Renee wore Greg's shirt in the video, I would talk to Greg, and Greg was about to cry. He was so happy about it. He was like, "You believe he's wearing my? I blew up watching it." I'm like, "You sissy."
Wow.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just joking. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But he was really touched by it, and I kind of felt good for him. I was like, "All right, that's good. That's good, Greg. That's good."
Oh man,
you a punk though. You a punk.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down, Travis.
You're a punk, Greg. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, but I mean, like some of us, well, a lot of us, we grow up watching these creators and things like that, and then we come on here, and now they become our peers.
Yeah,
but we still have all the respect in the world for them because we watched them for so long. And then, like you said, when you got people like Renee wearing Greg merch, I mean, that cuts deep, man.
That's a big deal. And it was, like I said, for Greg, it was a really big thing. I thought that was super dope. Have I had that? I don't think I've had anything like that happen. I think it'll be interesting when it happens to us. So it can't happen to us yet because in the way that you are a peer to some of these other creators now, you were in the comments and watching for years, right? So technically, for it to be equal, someone would have to be watching you for the last at least 2 years and start now. So I'm not talking about the creators that are already coming up now. They would have had to have said, "Man, Viper, every Friday night, I used to watch you for like 2 or 3 years. So I'd start my channel, and now we're friends." Like when that happens, that'll be fun to experience. I think that like this person exists on YouTube because you inspired them to do so. I can say that pretty much about Gary. So it's really kind of a cool thing. I mean, people can say that. Renee, I've heard many people say that to Renee. I know Andrew's heard that too. Andrew told a story. He was crossing the street and some police guy or someone he was walking across the street like, "Andrew Edwards." And he's like, "Oh, I'm trying to cross the street." Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's a cool thing to think.
I mean, I remember you talking about how you've been recognized a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but it's also kind of weird because at first I don't know what's happening. I can't tell what's going on. The 2 times I can remember, once the very first time was in an Apple store, and I wasn't sure what was going on. I just was walking in, wasn't thinking about anything. I heard someone say my name. I looked up. I thought it was someone from church, and I'm like, "Hi," and then he goes, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Okay, this person knows me." Now I'm bad with names and stuff. I immediately think I'm supposed to know this person. But at some point, as he's walking towards me, and I realize he's taller than me, and I'm 6'1.5", I go, "Oh, who are you?" He goes, "Oh, I watch your YouTubes." "Oh, cool. Okay." So that was new for me. I was like, "Okay." And then the next time, again, caught me off guard. I was at Best Buy. It was one of the people who work there. And he's like, "Oh, aren't you Travis?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, I see your YouTube." "Oh, sorry." So there's a moment where I'm not making the connection. I'm just like, "Yeah, do I know you from church or something?" Like something like that. Like I think it's something else.
Right.
And then you go, "Oh, you know me from that." And it's this weird moment of that. Because I think, and I would imagine it's the same for you. We are authentic selves on YouTube. However, it is a lot of times a slightly different percentage of turned up for the camera.
Oh yeah.
It has to be. I noticed, and if I go back to my first year's videos, when I thought I was emoting a lot and I watched it, I'm like, I'm really dry there. But I felt like I was giving like, I thought I was being extra, but it came out across like I wasn't. So when I do it now, I'm like turned up to like 200%.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get me at home, I'm just like, that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is right there. That's what it is.
So Andrew said Barclay to the cop.
How do I remember these stories? It's crazy.
Hey, good story. Hard to forget.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's pretty cool, Michael. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. So funny. I've been in Clubhouse a week, and I got all these people that I had no idea who even knew I existed. Know I exist now, and I'm thinking to myself, if I ever go back to another vid or another like YouTube event, I am never not going to be recognized ever again in life. Like you're
definitely Vyp. I mean, it's too much has happened since the last vid summit because you weren't even at the last one. So
right.
That whole time since then, and now Daryl really knows. Like it's not like he didn't kind of know who you are, but he really knows who you are now. Like all these things are happening.
Yeah, I am never not going to be recognized at another YouTube event ever again in life at the Clubhouse, man. Tell y'all, Clubhouse is life changing, crazy.
It's amazing.
Ah, man.
Where are we at?
I had something on my mind. It lost me right now.
Feel that. That's what happens when you get older.
Yeah, hey Doug, it's funny because when I went to Bid Summit in 2018, I was kind of shot that on video, knew who I was. I'm like, wait, what? You know me? Like, crazy, you. It's like it's definitely crazy when people like you, the people that you don't think know you actually know you and watch you. Like, wow, pretty crazy, pretty awesome.
Yeah, I still wonder to this day who watches me that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Very curious about that. Yeah, Doug is tall. Doug flipped me out when I met him because you can recognize Doug. Like Doug has that very like Doug look. He is Doug. You know Doug. Doug is the mod to the stars. I call him mod to the stars because he's mod in every single chat that I go in.
When you went to Vietnam, I kept seeing on Twitter like, "Yo, Travis is a big dude."
Right, but like Doug is taller than me or something. It's crazy. I kept getting that comment like, "What are people talking about?" What? And then it happened more at CES. Like that's where it really got big. When Michael Fisher said it, like I said, listen, I'm done. What is happening? Why do people think I'm short? Michael Fisher, like in the middle of saying, "Hey, how you doing, Travis?" was like, "Man, you are really tall." Like, what are you talking about? Why are people saying this? What is it? When Apple reached out to me about how they love my podcast, want to follow up something. Wow, that's dope, Drew. Of course, Drew talked about how he knows a lot of executives listen to his podcast, or at least his older podcast. Not the current one. I don't know if the current one is an extension of his old school one that he used to have that I used to troll in the live stream. He used to live stream. I used to troll there because he had this.
Speaking of Apple, shout out to my man Nikia from Molina, man. Apparently, Apple sent him out the AirPod Max, and that's a huge deal for him because he loves Apple. So
that's a huge deal to a lot of people because at this point you can't get them and you can't afford them anyway. So yeah, send them out to me, Apple. Come on.
But yeah, shout out to Nikia, man. That's a pretty big deal to actually have contact with Apple, dude. I need to get on that myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no,
like me after my recent AirPod Max video, whatever.
You gotta keep it 100. And the thing is, like Drew has mentioned this before. I'm probably not going to be invited to that, and I don't care. I'm okay with it. It's fine. Actually, it makes it easier on my life to not be invited to that stuff. So I'm fine with it. But Drew always said that most of these companies are really cool with constructive criticism and don't mind it, even if they send you out a product. They don't seem to mind it.
Yeah.
He says just randomly bashing, is just not it. I don't think I randomly bash. I think I'm advocate for the consumer. That's what my thing is. I'm trying to be an advocate for the consumer. I doubt that most brands will bother to wade through that to understand that that's my real reason, but it doesn't matter. Because since I am an advocate for the consumer, I don't really care if the brand likes me or not. So I don't really care. So I don't care if I go any of those things. I don't care if they send me anything. I don't care about any of that. It would definitely make it easier if they did, but I kind of don't care. But if you are a tech reviewer, I think this is incredibly important, and you do get put on there. You will lose your audience's respect if the only thing you say is, "Okay, yeah, Apple sent me this, and there's no problems with it. It's perfect. And yet every other tech reviewer is saying, listen, there's some problems with this thing. And you're the only one. Like, they will see through you in a minute, and then that's it. It's a wrap.
No doubt. Like Andrew says, research. If you research and are fair, boom, it's the hot takes that aren't taken seriously and are bad look for you.
Yeah.
Listen, man. AirPods Max. I had the battery issue. I fixed the battery issue. Then the condensation issue. And you can't fake the condensation issue. Like, I got pictures up and down my Twitter of people showing that the condensation issue was real. So hopefully Apple takes that feedback and does something about it. That's an actual problem.
Right. They should be happy they figured it out before something happens and they get a lawsuit. Like, it's better to try to figure it out now. I don't know how I don't think you can fix that. Like, I think that's a design flaw.
Yeah.
But better to find it out and the same thing for Samsung. So as much as Samsung for the original Fold, missing out on that whole first release and being embarrassed by it, it's much better to have happened there and then have all those products get out there to consumers. And then, it's been terrible.
Janosen did ask me how the Panda, which I am currently wearing on my head, I like them. They have a weird quirk. They only charge to 90%. And I thought it was a bug or something, but apparently this is a normal thing that they only charge to 90%. I don't know what's up with that, but I guess that's how Drop is doing it. So other than that, I love them. They're nice. No connotation. I thought that's always nice, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Oh, we got Brandon in here. What's up, Brandon? He says, I do like the best work part style video. Got to keep it honest, but it's important to be gracious and constructive with feedback. Absolutely, of course. I keep saying this over and over again. If you don't criticize something, if you can't offer constructive criticism, then the brand can't make their products and services better. And we want them to be better. It's like Flossie Carter says, if you don't call them out, then how are they going to get better? You got to call them out, dude.
Yeah. So there's a channel and it's a website on YouTube called Digital Foundry, and they're amazing because it's very much like seeing how the sausage is made. It may be too much for most people, but here's what's interesting. They have helped by being critical in some, not even critical, just pointing out some flaws in video games. So what they do is they take the latest video game and they really dissect the performance. Like, is it really 60 frames per second? Is it really hitting this resolution? And they have found some, not when you say glitches, some things that have happened in games, including big games like Gears of War 5 and stuff, that if you're playing the game, you would have never noticed because it goes from 60 frames per second to like 55. Like, you're not going to see that, right. But they catch these things, right? And it's because of them that Dirt 5, some other games have been fixed. And issues that went through their QA and were released, but it took Digital Foundry to do the deep analysis and say, oh, there's actually some other things. And then those companies fix it. And then it's a better product, period. End of story. So yeah, to a degree, I mean, you're doing everyone, a favor, really. Exactly.
And like Travis just said, listen, man, even though a brand reaches out and the brand wants to work with you as a creator, you have to be faithful to your audience. Your obligation is to your audience first and foremost, because you wouldn't even be on that brand's radar if it wasn't for your audience, because the brand actually wants your audience. They don't want us to create it. They want the audience. They want the assets to our audience. So you got to be true to your audience first and foremost, because they are what brought you to the dance in the first place. So I hope any creator that coming up and coming or already a creator, hope you guys understand that your audience is your number one objective.
100%. They need to be. And that's what Jern always told us. You know what I mean? He said that for a very long time, that he does, he's not worried about a bunch of things other than like the viewer and the viewer experience. And that's why he's so successful, is because that's what he, thinks about and tries to really understand. And I respect that. Yeah. You got to really think about the viewer and what they're looking for.
Definitely, man.
Because you're, again, and I do some hot takes too, but I mean, if you're constantly, if you're predictable in that, like, you're going to say or do something every single time, then people will catch on to that eventually and be like, he just hates things because he hates things.
Yeah. It's not a good look. I mean, being negative for the sake of being negative is definitely not a good look at all. So I know you discussed it earlier today, but I don't think I remember. I didn't catch the full gist. But what's your video about tomorrow?
It's a product review of something. I don't want to give it away yet because I want the person who is in the video.
Collab. That's right.
Collab. So I'll do my live stream tomorrow morning, and then we'll slingshot right into the video, and it's just a really cool video, and it's an opportunity to hopefully expose this young creator to a new crowd of people. I hope so, because he's very talented. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely have to be watching that.
Yeah, and it's cool because I can brag on the entire video because I didn't do most of it. So
and the thing is, find a solution, not a problem. No doubt.
Good point.
Yeah, criticism and feedback.
What if your solutions? Buy something else. Buy the drop pandas instead. I don't know. That's the solution.
Yeah, you know, since tomorrow's video is going to be on my the iPhone 12 Pro Max, my 2 months with it, so I'll be out tomorrow morning. Might not be what y'all expect, but it's a good video. Good video.
Yeah. So Latrell's talking about what we talked about with the S21 earlier. Is that even fans of Sam? You know what I saw today in Jason's? Oh, this is hilarious. In Jason's live stream chat this morning, I saw what's that dude's name? That's like the Samsung Knight. That's always in everyone's.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was in there and he's dating on the S21. So you know it is bad when the troll of Samsung is not happy with the Samsung phone. You done dropped the ball.
Yo, if the boss ain't happy, it's all bad, bro. It's all bad.
Dude, when I saw that, I'm like, that's terrible.
Yo, Slang, I'm liking the Pandas, man. Like I said, I got they have some type of quirk where they only charge up to 90%. So that's kind of weird. But other than that, I love them, man. They're comfortable. They sound amazing. I think they sound better than the AirPods Max, but that's my opinion. No, I don't think.
Oh, and by the way, Digital Slang did something that, like, remember I told you that first year I was up, I took my day off from work and went and bought that Hero and stuff, and it kind of helped propel me a little bit for a little while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slang did something very similar. So he was bigger than I was when I did this, but he got an opportunity to get those Galaxy Buds before they were even announced. Right. He saw it and he went for it. And he could have just been like, oh, that's probably a fake ad or whatever, and just just passed it off, right? But he saw the opportunity. He doubled and tripled down like a smart dude. Now he's over 10,000 subscribers. Congratulations!
He hit over 10,000 probably because of that. He blew up. Yeah, he thought, damn. He thought 10.
What was he before that? I don't even know.
Yo, he was like at 5K before he got those buds, and now he's at 10K. That dude just went pew.
I'm telling you, man. If you see the opportunity, especially as a beginning creator, if you see an opportunity like that, man, you better jump on that.
Actually, El Jefe got a pair early too. So man, they were
he ended up getting. I was happy for him because that makes sense. I think his video's done well too. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, him. So shout out to both of them, man. They were getting it done. Simply Pop says, does anybody use the LiDAR scanner on the 12 Pro? Not really, dude.
Yeah, how do you do it? Do you just do it for a portrait on the back? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you take portrait mode pictures, it can help a little bit with that. But I think the main thing is like taking portrait selfies at night. I think that's the main thing.
Or is that what it's for?
That's where it's mostly used, I think.
But isn't it portrait selfie? Isn't the LiDAR on the back?
Yeah.
So how do you do a portrait selfie? You can't see the name.
Not portrait selfie. I mean, portrait night mode. What I meant to say.
Oh.
So you do portrait night mode on the back camera, then that's where the LiDAR sensor comes in. Also, if you use like the AR app, like the Measure app and things like that, then it comes in here too.
So sometimes I use the Measure app and stuff. Yeah.
Other than that, I think I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Yeah, it's not selfie, right? It's on the back camera, right. Yeah. Portrait night mode. What I meant to say.
Portrait night mode. I mean, who's going anywhere at night?
Hey, when we go back out, man, people be at the club, Travis. You know how it is.
Out at night.
Yeah, you're freaking out at night. You know how it is. So we're done with Samsung. So we're done there. What's that? Andrew, what are they going to do with Mobile World Congress? Are they going to even have it, or is it going to be like virtual like CES? I'm curious about that because it's as difficult as you would think CES would be to do virtually. I think it'll be even more difficult to do Mobile World Congress virtually because you really have to be there for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, all this stuff is going virtual. And here's the thing. Any company that's paying attention will have a virtual component to their business. Otherwise, I went downtown where I live, and I feel sad for some of the companies that are down there, smaller businesses and stuff. And I feel bad. I hate seeing things go out of business. COVID's just been demolishing companies. But for the ones that are sticking around, they have to know that even when we're over this, we are never over this because this can happen again. So you better have a remote component to your business from this point forward. This is one of those things that's like 9/11. Some things about 9/11 never changed. The way we did airports, security, stuff like that never changed. It never went back to normal. Like once upon a time, you used to be able to go all the way up, drop your family off at the airplane, like at the where they get onto the plane. You can sit there and watch them and wave goodbye. You can't do that anymore unless you bought a ticket. Like that stuff's never going to change. This is going to be the same thing. To a famous quote, I love this from the movie Denzel Washington was in it. Fallen, I think. No, not Fallen. Is it Fallen? Where he said, where life is divided into two things, before this and after this. Well, we're after this. I mean, what's happening next is after this. Everything is divided before COVID and after COVID, and the life after COVID is going to look different. So all of these are going to have I shouldn't guarantee, but I'm going to guarantee that CES even will have a virtual component from now on, regardless of whether or not they do it in person.
Like you said, Travis, they almost have to, man. I mean, there's no way to ignore that things have fundamentally changed forever. Like, we're not going back to what we were before this pandemic.
Nope.
At least not 100%. Like you said, every company is going to have some type of remote or digital component. Otherwise, if we fall into the situation again, it's over with. Done.
You've been warned. If you make it through this, you've been warned.
Yep.
No risk to it.
A lot of people that didn't think they could work from home, you're gonna be working from home for the foreseeable future. You might not be going back to an office anytime soon.
I mean, some companies have even said, okay, at this point forward, you can work from home. Just like, I think, what was it, Twitter or Facebook or something like that? Like, yeah, you can just stay working home.
Yeah, I think Apple put out a memo that people aren't coming back to the campus at least to the middle of the year, if even at all.
Which is crazy. It's crazy. It's insane when I sometimes think about the way the world is right now. And it's so insane how, like, if I told myself 2 years ago, good news, you get to stay home all the time. Bad news is you have to stay home all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone has to do the same thing. Like, you ain't gonna see people. You ain't gonna, like, you can't even wrap your mind around it. It's something out of a movie.
Or we literally are living in a movie. Literally.
A B movie, a terrible B movie with a freaking comic book.
Okay. Speaking of movies, I don't really have you on here too much. So let me ask you, how do you feel about where the movie theaters are going to end up once we get past all this? Because I think that movie theaters were on the decline before the pandemic, and now it just went pew.
Yeah, I'm sad about that. I love movies, and even though I haven't watched as many as I used to, I own a movie theater. In my other room across from me is a movie theater. I have a theater, projector, surround sound, all this stuff. I love movies that much. And even before COVID, I had not gone to a lot of theaters because they were getting kind of expensive. The one thing they were doing is they were paying attention enough that they knew they had to change. So they started doing those cool things where you could get in these like lounge chairs and that, like they started to understand it. Like, okay, people don't want to sit in those crappy chairs because they can literally do it at home. So let's give them a better than home experience. Great. Well, if whichever ones survive are really in it, because depending on how this HBO Max experiment goes, and even though they're saying, oh, this is just for this year, depending on how this goes, this could then be another before this and after this, because they're saying again, and of course, all the movie theaters are like, don't do this. You got to. These movies got to get released this year. You're closed. It's a done deal. You got to be done this year. And they're upset because I think they're afraid of the precedents that this will set. Now, for a while there had been an attempt to do this before, where you could pay like 40 or 50 bucks on like DirecTV to watch a movie that was just coming out in theaters. It didn't do very well because it was expensive and it just didn't make sense. Now, after being scarred by this, there's going to be a couple different groups of people. There will be some people that just can't wait to get back out there and be normal again. And there's going to be another group that's going to be scared, and they're not going to want to do that anymore. And that's going to be a lot of people, and that's money. And they may not necessarily want to wait for the Blu-ray, DVD, Netflix, whatever. And you can make that money now. So we could see a change here. We could see it. I mean, I like going to a movie. I like the experience. But man, you don't want to come home with that cough.
Yeah, I don't think movie theaters will ever be the same again. Especially, I mean, like I said, they were on the decline before the pandemic, but now, like during and after,
it's sad.
Yeah, they're going away. Like, it's not a matter if they're going away. They won't go completely away because somebody will always want to go to the movie theater. But for the most part, the movie theater experience that you knew before the pandemic will never exist again. Not on that scale, not at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I mean, we're such a streaming kind of, we're in a very streaming type situation as it was before this. It's a lot more now. There's a movie I think it's called Surrogates. It's a very interesting futuristic movie. I liked it. I thought it was interesting, and it's based off of something that now seems more realistic than ever. When I watched it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of a silly premise. The premise is no one leaves their house. They live their life through simulation, and you become whoever you want to be. You look in this simulated world, your avatar is whatever you want it to look like. You can be a woman, a man, whatever, doesn't matter. And that's the world that everyone knows, is this simulation thing. When you wake up out of it, you see it's a much kind of crappier existence. That is so close to being what it would be acceptable right now. It's actually kind of scary. That seemed like such a futuristic, like never will happen movie. And after this, I'm like, not a bad solution.
Now, Alan brings up a good point in the chat about live sports. Live sports is interesting because people are much more ought to go to a stadium than go to a movie. Like a movie theater, you can experience at home, but being at a live sporting event is so much different from going to a movie theater. That's literally like a once in a lifetime experience, and I think a lot of people are going to want to have that back in some capacity. So I think live sports will make some type of comeback. Maybe they won't be big as they were before, but I think live sports will come back.
Yep, I believe so. I mean, they already are kind of back.
Yeah.
In what that looks like moving forward, I don't know. Maybe it'll still be the same-ish. But to your point, yeah, I mean, people can still watch that on TV as well. But it is a different experience than, and people who are sports fans are kind of nuts anyway. So
yeah, they're already doing crap anyway. So yeah, live.
So, yeah, I agree with you there. I think most sporting events will last in some way.
Yeah,
what's Super Bowl going to look like this year? It's going to be way different. That's what it's going to look like.
No doubt. Well, Travis.
Yeah.
2021, baby. Time to go get it.
Time to go get it.
And I know you'll be out there and getting it like you always do, bro.
I'm gonna try, baby. I'm changing the way I get it. I gotta get it better this time. I gotta pull it off better this year. We'll see what.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Dolotech the other night. I got beef with you and Greg too, because I have not been invited back on the podcast lately. What was that?
We haven't invited anybody on the podcast. You can come back. I will say this. Well, I mean, if you want to swing by, probably even this weekend, that's fine because there's a lot to talk about. But in 2 weeks, very special event is happening. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say anything more about it because even Greg doesn't know about it. So, a very special event's gonna happen. He's gonna
Greg in the chat. He's like, what?
The final canceling of Greg's gadgets in 2 weeks. Not this week. Next week.
Oh well, maybe I'll wait for next week then.
You definitely want to be in the live stream for that because it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. I'm going to ensure that Tech Rant is in the chat so he can make as many as possible. It's going to be amazing. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, y'all. Gadget Cast. 2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks.
I might come back on the live stream just to promote it next week. I might come back and go, I got to promote this. The final canceling of Greg's gadgets.
No doubt. So speaking of podcasts, like I told you guys earlier tonight, Vyp Drive will be back on Sunday morning. Or no, Sunday afternoon. Let me make sure I got my where hold on. Oh no, that's Monday. Yeah. Okay. So Sunday afternoon at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time. This Sunday at 2:00 Eastern, Vyp Drive is live here on the channel. I will be joined by Joshua Vergara. So that should be a fun chat. So yeah, if you guys want to come hang out with me and Joshua on Sunday afternoon, 2:00 Eastern, do that. Should be a good chat. Joshua used to be in the tech journalism world, and now you guys know he still kind of is. I think he's doing.
What is he doing now?
Yeah, I think he's working for Pocket now and doing other things, but he has his own channel as well. So, so yeah,
very talented guy.
Oh yeah. Josh is cool. Yeah, he's cool, and so he is a tech. He's in the tech journalist world, and he's the creator too. So yeah, Joshua Vergara, Sunday afternoon, Vyp Drive. Marky calendar, maybe Marky calendar. But
Vyp Drive, the last couple of episodes have been some pretty heavy hitters, so it's been good.
Yeah, kind of had a down period for a while, but then started 2021 back up with a bang. So yeah, Staff, then Dolotech, and now Joshua. So yeah, we're doing it big, man. We're doing it big. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Man, Travis, I appreciate you joining me. You've been here a while. Usually you come and go, but you hung out tonight. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. I figured why not? I thought you were on a great subject, and I was like, you know what? I got maybe something I could say about this. I'm like, let me grab it.
And in fact, I was talking about you anyway.
I didn't know. That's not why I came in. I mean, listen, that was good. It was a good little hype up. But yeah, that's.
I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. If you donated, thank you for donating. I appreciate it. Again, if you want to know when I'm gonna be live again, Sunday afternoon, 2:00 Eastern. Hopefully you guys go enjoy your Friday, and I'm pretty sure y'all know where I'll be at the rest of the night, probably, but we'll see. I don't know. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me, so come back for more.